nausea.
And
And
heartburn.
the losing. Oh, jeez.
It's happened to
Oh
me.
yeah, certain ones give me heartburn.
And vomit barfing. I mean,
Is
not
that what
vomit.
Inside.
Sakura said?
Wait, vomit burping. That's the word. Hey, Sakura, did you know I can ride my bike with no handlebars?
I told
No.
him I'll push
I
him
can ride my
in a
bike,
bush.
no handlebars.
Drinking noodles.
The ultimate flavor experience?
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good. Was it good?
I'm gonna push you in a bush.
Don't worry. I would push myself in a bush. I'd beat my younger self up if I was ever to meet my younger self. If I had the ability to go back in time, I would go up and punch me, even if it
I
would
probably
either call.
wouldn't be here.
What?
I said I probably wouldn't be here because I would have straight up threw
Same.
myself off like a cliff.
No.
Dude, same.
No.
The me of the past was not the best me it could have been.
Trust me, Sam.
Yeah.
I was.
Pick him up and then just toss him. Just like, well, goodbye. Wait.
Yeah,
Welcome to
that
the
was my
shadow
thought
realm.
process. Just like take him on the roof and like do it. Go kill yourself. You're a terrible
No.
person.
Oh no.
No.
And then be like shit. And then I'm gonna pull a Peter Parker. I don't feel so good.
God damn it.
Oh my goodness.
Don't worry. It'll be multiverse theory. So even if you were like, if you didn't poof, you'd just be like, oh, it's multiverse theory. Shit. What if it was like, you hoped to at least poof, but then you didn't poof? You just you just created like another timeline.
I hope that Blank doesn't have a mom or a family that cares.
Oh my God! Stop.
That would be pretty sad. You
Listen.
put that thought in my head.
You gotta upload the stream thing.
What?
The stream thing.
What stream thing?
You gotta put it in the chat.
I did.
You didn't put it in every chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wade's
because
waiting.
I had it saved.
She wanted to prove a point. I told her that she needed to go to bed. She said to me, nah, I'm cool. I can kick it. And I was like, all right, prove it. So now she's trying to prove it.
All right. How?
By going into your chat and acting all kinds of crazy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Who?
My girlfriend.
Yee. Sakura's waifu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Waifu for lifeu. Well,
Yeah.
like waifu.
You need to stop.
Apparently, everyone, or at least Gark's perspective. Wait, who was it that said virtual waifu? Oh, that was Wade. Right. Yeah. Wade also said. She did say that though. Wait, I'm having a vision. The background music until Vic gets the background music will be Deadly Premonition.
Is she burb?
No, she magical wandering wizard bunny girl. There you go. I never see Wade in if the Final Fantasies.
Oh, she's around.
Oh, she's not being like, hey, how are you? You should join this free comp.
Oh my goodness.
I'm joking, Wade. I know you're there.
I don't know if she's there. I don't know if she found what she was trying to look for. I don't think she can hang.
I mean, I see her in the other said call. Because I have the all-seeing eye.
For how long? For how long?
At least long enough.
Can't do it.
Did she yield? Did she yield?
She has not said so.
Wait, she has?
I said she has not said so.
Oh, I was gonna be like, I'm just saying, it could either be like you, like Vic, like Monster. You know what? No, I really hope Wait, doesn't do a monster where they stay up for almost like 48 hours, give or take. Because monsters is like, I don't sleep because I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. I sleep because I'm bored. I'm like, huh?
It all makes perfect raisin. I don't know what you mean.
Fucking monsters are goof. I appreciate them though. Appreciate monsters. Goddamn monster, stop. Stop, you drunk, go home.
I appreciate sandwiches.
I
And
call
welcome
upon the
back.
powers of everyone! Avengers assemble!
No.
Get in here! I'll slap you! I'll do it!
I like the pain.
Jesus Christ, Bruce Banner. Stop. I cannot harass you with my voice. Oh, she was wanting to harass you while talking.
Oh.
That was the point that was made.
Oh.
Or that was what the point that was supposed to be made. Yeah,
Yes.
you're beautiful.
Mm.
You're beautiful, Eastwood. Don't you push me? I'll push you. I swear to God.
Hey, hey, hey,
Yeah.
get a room for that shit.
I'm in my room though.
No, go into a different room.
Yeah, but there's only one area.
We do not accept sweet cheesy moments right now.
Gosh. But you
Wait,
were cheesy
You have
here.
cheesecake.
Yeah. Actually, hold it. You ate
I
cheesecake.
don't have
motherf-
cheese anymore.
You had.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
didn't share with
have it
class.
now.
You didn't share with the class.
No. You don't deserve any.
Ah, fuck. I just exited out of the stupid roll 20. God damn it.
Mm.
Son of a bitch.
I'm waiting till it starts to pull it up.
Oh, Vic got the
It's
music.
starting. Ah,
Wait, can I get the popcorn?
no.
Bitch, I'm gonna cut you. Give me back my popcorn. Oh, okay. So since the music's here, I gotta have my music. Shut the fuck up. Okay. We are back again.
Slowly but surely, my sleep schedule is getting fucked.
Hey, congratulations. You won.
I work in the mornings.
Congratulations. You won.
I'm a shove a stick up your ass.
Congratulations. I am Groot.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Please, no.
Funny joke.
No.
I
A
am
funny joke has not been made.
Just like yesterday whenever you left the call early. Instead of saying bye, you're just like, bleh.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, never play that music again.
Well, you could have been mine. It's cute.
It's something, alright. Something from the dark recesses of my mind.
I mean,
It's my own no-no square. The
gosh,
no-no square for life.
jeez, what? We are now starting with the Vampire the Masquerade. Should I just do an abbreviation for the freaking Vampire the Masquerade thing from now on?
Probably.
You could just say VTM.
This is weird. I don't like calling it VTM.
VTMTTOP.
TN.
TN.
TN. Bye, TN. Alright, well, whatever. We're starting. We got all the mac and cheese. I didn't. What?
What else?
Oh, nothing. There wasn't anything to add to that. Why?
Oh.
We just got all the mac and cheese.
Well,
Where's my
now that you got
cheese?
your mac and cheese, Vic, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna eat it.
I mean, that's why I made it though. For
Oh,
you.
It can't be. No, you get that Elmo out of here, okay? Or you have to keep it through the entire stinking stream.
No, fuck
That's your
no.
character. That's
No.
your character's voice.
No, 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 no,
Jason
no.
Valentine, the real Elmo
Oh,
of the streets.
shit! What? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think we're all ready, though.
Yeah, but take it away as I'm trying to make sure I'm invisible on the Steam so I don't get fucking notifications.
Hey, there's a notification.
Shush, shush you.
Yes.
Shush you right now.
Well, when everyone's ready, we will get started with the second chapter of our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicles Solemn Nights. Today is chapter 2, From the Shadows.
Should we do like a small synopsis of what happened last episode?
Mm-hmm. Would you like to summarize? Or shall I?
There's a lot of shit that happened.
Got it summarized.
Got it memorized. Remember. Okay, anyways. Does
I
anyone
can't see my character sheet.
What?
Look harder.
It's stuck on Blood and XP.
Oh.
It won't let me change it to just look at my sheet.
Close it.
Close it, open back up.
Restart
No.
your page.
Oh wait, Vic can control it. I forgot.
Forcibly
Is it
move.
still stuck for you?
No, it's moved.
Okay.
Because Vic took control. She knows the squares and the circles.
The insides and the outs.
Remember.
Listen.
Yeah.
Well, since no one's interested in summarizing, I will.
Oh. I thought. Wait.
So-
You were trying to determine who was summarizing, Vic. I thought.
I said you, but you
Oh
were
yeah. So what
distracted.
happened in the last episode that I remember, because it's been a couple of days and my sleep comas keep happening. So all three characters coming together and breaking apart. Well, one time. Well, no, they barely haven't all connected in one moment, but each character had their own thing. For my character, he was continuing his investigation on who tried to kill his man, like his sire, as end up finding a truth, a location, and his ultimate goal that gives him a reason to live. Then there was Dent. He was continuing his investigation on his side. I'm trying to remember. Were you trying to at least put your foot up the Leo's ass?
No, I was trying to solve gang violence.
Ah, yeah. And then also overthrow the king, like the prince. You keep
Maybe.
trying. You're trying. I can see that. I see
You
you
don't know
trying to
what
at
I'm
least
trying.
cause chaos. Okay, as Dent is trying to cause his own chaos, but at the same time gets to meet Blank's character, Lilith, right? Luna. Shit. Why am I thinking Lilith? I'm thinking Magic Gathering. So Luna, as she's also doing her own thing, as those two get to at least meet, and end up some ghouls trying to be rude to Luna's new bestie. That she's trying to leave
10
baby.
out of 10. Sakura gets an actual explanation. I get a... Yeah, she was doing stuff.
Okay, I'm trying to remember because I
Fuck
don't
you.
remember everything. I'm sorry that I don't remember everything 100%. Listen, the only thing I gave full detail was my own shit. Sakura's just, he's gonna at least cause chaos. You're literally doing your own thing, as you're also
I'm
taking
literally
care of your
flipping you
Babu.
off. I am literally flipping you off.
You're
You cannot
taking
see
care
it,
of your Babu boy.
but I'm
As you're
flipping
also
you
getting
off.
hot, steamy fanfics with your ghoul, Draven.
Shut up. God,
Yeah.
Vic, if you could please summarize us the best way you know how to.
I'm stupid.
No, you're not. You're just being silly. But the events of last session were very brief but intense. We had some conflict with some ghouls who, before they were completely dispatched, revealed that they were working for someone named Greg, and went to the Shamir Chantry in order to try and follow a lead based on Zane's suggestion, and came away with a vision that led him towards the industrial park, where he might find the Nosferatu responsible for burning down his sire's haven.
Also, can I add one thing?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we're having a TV show. Everyone loves Zane. There you go. That was my 2 cents with that. Because everyone loves Zane. I love Zane. I want face map him to death.
Zane, best friend.
Yeah. Everyone's best friends with Zane.
But you should remember, in the world of kindred politics, you should always watch your back, even around the people you think you can trust, because everyone's looking out for their own interests. But we engaged in a little conflict, and just some personal matters were attended to, and we proceed into the next night with some leads towards some kind of resolution for the troubles that have been brewing recently. And so I'm going to open tonight with Dents. As the sun sets below the horizon and you awake from your slumber, I'd like you all to make me a rouse check for the evening.
All right. Also, for those that didn't know, this is my sire, Arthur. He has cool headphones, and he's trying to be hip with the current year kids.
So, Luna, you gain a little hunger. And Dent, you also gain some hunger.
What am I looking? Rouse, right?
Everyone is hungry tonight.
What? Wait. What happened? Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You've all woken from your sleep, and
Are
you
we
find
woke
that
up?
the beast is coiling inside your stomach, and it's urging you to go and seek sustenance. But for the time being, though, you probably have other things on your mind, don't you, Dent?
Very. So, I'm just gonna start by just walk into my living room. And it's just, it's just me in here, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oil hasn't come in this evening, so just you on your lonesome.
All right. So, I'm gonna find my knife wherever I put it the last time. I think I kind of just dropped it somewhere. When I
Right
was...
on the kitchen counter where you usually drop it when you're tired and not paying a lot of attention.
Yeah. Okay. So I just picked that up. That's just to start my night off. And how is my Sphinx looking?
As pretty as always, the light gleams off of it, reflecting in bright colors onto the walls. Maybe a little bit dusty. You might want to clean that up soon.
All right. Now, I haven't really thought about doing this in a while because I'm really hoping that whoever's taking care of these apartments has already looked into it. But do I see any rats around?
No, you are far above street level, and your apartment is very well maintained. There's not much that a rat would even want to come into your apartment for. There's no food. There's nothing to drink. They would be very much put out if they tried to live in your home.
Good. Good. Okay. So I'm gonna throw on my jacket again, and I think I'm gonna head out.
Well, would you like to give Oil a call before you leave?
I never really keep a phone with me. The phone that I had gotten from that Tony guy, I'd given to her. I do go and use the old, that kind of old timey phone.
One of
Landline
those
phone?
landlines that.
Yeah,
Who even has one of those?
Shush.
me. I have at least one of those,
Hmm.
just because it's the safest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I call her up.
Hmm. After a few seconds, she answers the phone and says, Ada, how are you this evening?
Um, just as chipper as ever.
Hmm. So, what's the plan tonight? Are we going to follow up on that lead from yesterday?
Yeah, yeah, we are.
Hmm. Where do you think we should get started?
Did you did you call that number? Did you get anything from it?
I called the number, but it was unlisted. Just went dead as soon as I called.
Even in death, Tony. Even in death. All right.
But I did look it up online and gave me like a rough area where it was from. Um, I think it's somewhere in the industrial park. I couldn't be more specific than that, but definitely came from within the city limits.
Mm, Industrial Park. This is good places I need to check, really, and I have some other things I'd like to check for in there.
Hmm. You want me to come pick you up?
Yes, please.
She assures you that she'll be there in a few minutes, hangs up the phone, and you can only imagine she's speeding towards you recklessly, as she often does.
Really hope she doesn't get into another accident.
She is thankfully a very confident driver, so no accidents tonight with any luck.
Good.
But since you have several minutes, what will you do to prepare?
All right. So this time around, I think I'm just going to step outside. I'd rather
Hmm.
not step outside because I don't think I have one of those. I don't have like a balcony, right? There's no.
No, but if you exit your condo, there is a little walkway that is open to the air, so you can see down over the city.
All right, so I'm gonna go over there and I'm just gonna peer out and see if I see anyone looking towards my room.
Hmm. None of the thugs seem to be out that you spotted in previous nights. It's always hard to tell from this far up, of course, but where before you saw figures definitely standing on the street below staring up at you, now there doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary bustle of people walking to and fro, cars dressed.
All right, okay, just making sure, being extra
Hmm.
paranoid this night.
Stands to reason. After all, just yesterday you were attacked. But it seems that due to your altercation up at the college, they've all withdrawn for now.
Good. Uh, while I'm looking around down there, do I see any stray animals?
Hmm. Not many animals to be seen. There might be some down there, but you're a number of floors up, so if there are any small critters around, they'd be hard to see.
Okay. All right. So,
After several minutes, you see Oil's car sliding up to the curb, and she exits very quickly and dashes inside the building.
all right. Well,
After several minutes, she emerges from the elevator and waves to you as she's walking down the hallway.
okay. I meet her halfway.
Mm. All right, then. Are you ready to go?
Definitely.
So, what's the plan?
So this is just gonna be a good bit of recon at this point, and I'm definitely gonna need your eyes for this one.
Okay, I am on it.
Uh, Also, if you happen to spot me, I'm in the market for something to eat, but not of the human variety this time.
Hmm. Okay. Like, you can always have a little of my blood if you need it.
Nah, that's a last resort.
Okay. And she almost looks a little disappointed, but she promises that she'll keep an eye out. So, making your way down to the car, do you have any ideas specifically where you're going to go? Because there is a very large industrial park down to the south, but it's a pretty broad area.
Mm, I think the best option for us at the moment is just we're gonna just drive around, and I'm just gonna have her kind of periodically look around for anything
Hmm.
that looks like it'd be interesting for us.
Hmm. Just going to cruise and look for things to see.
Mm,
Might take a little time, but something of a plan at least. So, without another word, Oil speeds off towards the south where the industrial park lies. While you are embarking on your adventure, I'm going to move over to Jason. You've awoken from slumber in the little dorm room that the college is letting you. And thankfully, none of the sun's rays penetrated the boards over the window. This one is right at the corner of the campus, and probably not one they let out to many people. It's a little bit more broken down, and there are certain accommodations to keep you safe that would not be very enticing for a human occupant. And you've woken this evening with a hunger in your stomach. You can feel that you need to have something to eat soon, but it's not your most pressing concern.
Hey, sorry. I realized I was muted, but also hello. Anyways, focusing on the story. So as I receive my hunger, matter at hand for a few things. One, make sure that also then Pop says hi. Doesn't want like Sakura doesn't want me to harass you with my voice. Shush. Hey bubbles. No. No. Anyways, um. So as Breaky also says toxic. No, you. Hey Breaky, by the way. As I wake up, I end up just trying to take out a phone and realize that for now I leave a text message for for Zane, letting him know since I have his number. Actually, wait. Do I know that like the phone number he's connected to is related to a cell phone? Yes or no?
Not sure. He gave you a number, but didn't say that you should text him or anything.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. So, I'll look into that as.
You could always send the text and hope he gets it.
Well, for now, I'm at least. I know I'm hungry right now, but I choose not to. I mean, I just want to at least go to my objective as I leave my room, and I first things first head to the reception desk. Where what's her name?
Clarissa.
Clarissa. Thank you. Clarissa is there. So I mean, is she there? As I head my way
Of
over there to
course,
just talk to her.
as you make your way into the building and head toward her office, you can spot her through the open doorway, looking as put together as always. She glances up and gives you a bit of a stern look as you enter her office.
Keep
And
him.
she says, "Oh, there you are. You were gone all last night."
Um, as I have my keeping my character's hood over his head, scratching his head. Sorry. Something came up, so and something's gonna at least come up again. So
She gives you a very exaggerated sigh. You remember that we had this conversation. You need to keep up the grounds around here if you wish to stay.
uh,
Did you even talk to Eugene yet?
uh, I'm sorry. I just need a little bit more time. I promise. I just need today, and then I will at least make it up by tomorrow. I just need
Jeez.
tomorrow.
Taps her fingernails on the desk and gives a very dramatic sigh and says, "Okay, but I just want you to remember I am sticking my neck out for you here. You know, my master is not very kind about these things. He's been very, very generous to allow you to stay thus far, but he could evict you at any moment. So I am trying to do what I can for you."
Uh, yeah, I understand. Uh, Looking down, knowing my social anxiety's kicking up as I'm just ready to get in and get out, but I know my objective for today. Yeah. I I, I just to need a little more time, but at least hopefully today at least goes by fast, and then tomorrow I'll at least do what I need to do. I always keep my word. You can always go to my sire if I don't meet your expectations, I guess.
It's not a matter of expectations. It's a matter of doing what you can to earn your keep around here. That's all.
How dare you, by the way, Wade? How dare you say my feet stank? I properly wash. How dare you? Rude. Anyways, okay. Anyways, outside of that, well, I understand. Just I still appreciate it, and I understand your sire could easily kick me out. I need time. Please.
Okay, one more day, but I mean it. I've been very generous so far, but I won't have any choice but to cut you loose after today.
Uh, well, I just need a little more time.
I know, and I'm giving it to you, but this is all you'll get.
Thank you. Is there scratching his head? Is there any type of, I don't know, vermin or any good hunting spot I can get a quick bite?
She rolls her eyes and says, "Well, no feeding on the students. That is strictly off limits. If you want to attend one of the parties or go and seek out the local night spots, then that's your business. But no feeding on the quad and absolutely no feeding on the campus. You know how many people I had to personally go around with and make sure that they hadn't taken photos or called anyone about this? Ugh, my master even had to cloud some memories. It was just a big mess. And there was a woman last night who just drank out in the open, if you can believe that. It was utterly unbelievable. But
Well,
thankfully, we were able to contain it for now. So,
hmm,
nothing of that sort.
as I kind of get like remember a certain person that tried to touch my shoulder from before. I would, I hope they like. Trust me, I won't do anything. I promise. I'll. Thank you very much. As, uh, but yeah. So for now, I'll be back, but I'll make up for tomorrow. As
Okay.
I turn
There's
around.
going to be a long list of things for you to do once you're finally ready.
And I turn back like I nod, making sure that my hood's just covering my face, and just quickly head out
Hmm.
without a notice, like another word said.
As soon as you leave, she is back to working at her laptop. But on the way out, you see a man who's staring at you strangely. He has very long, dirty hair. He looks a bit disheveled, but he's wearing a very clean, fresh sweatshirt and pants. looks like he was very recently homeless, and he's giving you the stare, just looking at you very intently.
But okay, question. Am I able to perceive that he notices who I am because I still have my head over my head, so I'm still people should still assume that I'm a Nosferatu based off of how I wear my attire.
Mhm. It's impossible to say, but he does seem to see something unusual about you.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
hasn't made any moves towards you, though, or said anything.
Hmm. As I just keep as I head out, trying to at least not start any other conversation because.
You can feel
Ah,
his eyes on your back as you leave, and after a moment, he walks into the office that you just left.
hmm. Dang it. Okay. Well, I at least as soon as I get far enough away, I look back, and I look back. Hmm.
Door to the office is closed now.
Hmm. I sigh and I face forward. Well, time to at least start my mission. As I leave, I
And where are
officially.
you heading?
Well, first I end up leaving to head outside, trying to at least get to the metro
Mm-hmm.
system to head to my first and foremost main objective through all of this to
Mm-hmm.
go to the address I was given.
Mm. Well, you'll remember you don't have a specific address, but you do have a rough area to investigate based on the vision that the Tremere gave you.
Well, still, at least a general area is still a good place to start as a detective. So,
Mm.
as I head off, uh, once I make it to the metro, I wait for the bus.
Mm.
And while I was on the bus, I pull out my phone and then I just call the number trying to contact Zane and seeing if I can get a favor.
Mm. After a couple of rings, he picks up and he says, "Hello, who can I help tonight?"
Oh, hey, it's me, the Jason.
Oh, Jason, it's good to hear from you. How are you doing this evening?
Um, a tad hungry, so I might end up trying to at least go on a little hunt, just a small
Oh,
one.
be careful. Just remember, anytime you feed in another kindred's domain, they might get a little upset, so be mindful of where you are.
Yeah, I know. That's why my sire at least taught me to have kind of a strong stomach. So even just little things like rats and stuff like that, I can at least suffice with.
If you must. And he sounds disappointed.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happens whenever you have a sire has a Nosferatu.
Hmm.
You either
um,
drink people, or you drink blood of rats, or anything else that's kind of available.
you can practically hear his nose wrinkle on the other end of the line, but he asks, "So, again, what can I do for you tonight, Jason?"
Oh, yes. Um, as I try to change my tone with it, I need a favor.
Hmm. Anything in particular?
I need to see if I can at least if you could assist me with getting some type of backup or someone to at
Hmm.
least assist me with this, because hmm, I look at my claw. I stare at my left hand, using my thumb. My nails clipping. Well,
Hmm.
just picking at the other one. Well, I need a type of helping hand because I found an address. I ended up asking a favor, and I was given a location. I won't say too much, but I have an address, and I just need someone to also join me there. Anyone that can at
Hmm.
least help me out with this.
Well, I do know a couple of kindred that could help, but I guess I could give one of them a ring, see if they're not occupied this evening.
Yes, if you could. Anyone will help. If this guy is after my sire, I just need any help I can.
Hmm. Well, I'm happy to help. I'll give them a ring, see if they are available to swing by. Where should I tell them to go if they can help? Or can I give them your number?
Uh, um, as I scratch my head thinking about it for a sec, I can provide an address and this number. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll just tell him this address as I inform him the address that was on the
Hmm.
piece of paper.
Hmm.
I need them to at least be there, and if they actually prove to be useful, I'm not trying to doubt your powers of, you know, hiring certain people, but I just need to make sure. I just need to make sure they're reliable.
You can hear him clicking a pen and scrolling down the information that you give him over the phone. And after a moment, he says, "Okay, I'll see what I can do. But whatever it is you are doing, be safe, okay? I
Yes.
want you back in one piece." And remember, don't let whatever it is that's driving you right now become an obsession. Always keep your head on your shoulders straight.
I understand.
All right, have a good evening.
Thank you. As I hang up,
Mm.
and then I just use with all like a strength, just destroy the phone on the ground in front of me. Just goes, just like literally.
Well, you are still on the bus at this point,
What?
so
No,
you
I didn't hop on the bus. I was waiting for the bus whenever I
waiting
called.
for the bus.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, you're sitting in the metro tunnel waiting for the bus, and you shatter your phone, and a homeless man nearby stares at you with a very confused look. He looks very disappointed that you destroyed something that, he could have had if you'd thrown it out, perhaps. But,
Yeah, but I still like. I just whenever I smashed it to the ground, it broke into pieces because I used
mm,
a lot of my strength to just like.
mm,
So no one can trace that.
mm,
As I make sure at least, since I'm also carrying my book bag, I
mhm.
pull out another phone and put it in my pocket.
Homeless man shakes his head and continues walking.
Wait, let me keep track. How many phones do I have now?
That is 18 remaining.
No, it was. Wait, is it 18?
hmm
All right, let me go ahead and adjust that in my sheet.
After a long wait, the bus finally arrives and
Ball.
lets you on without hesitation. There's a
Uh,
short delay as it allows other passengers on, and then it speeds off down to the south. And now we'll shift our focus to Luna. You've woken up. You have felt that hunger in your stomach. And today is going to be a busy day for you.
I was actually stretching. I was
Good
also
timing.
laying down while this was going on.
18 phones, bruh. You're not a carbon like. You're not a carbon footprint. You're a freaking the phone tower. Listen, obsession. Also, I'll mute myself, so please continue. Okay, so
Hmm.
as I was saying, yeah. So I can read the chat right
So
now.
you've
It's just
awoken
chat's
in your
quiet.
haven, and what are your plans for tonight,
Sneaky phone
Lena?
tower. Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna check whatever voicemails I might have first.
Hmm. When you check your answering machine, there is a
Oh,
very
don't mute
brief
yourself.
message from your sire. He mentions that he hopes you're
It's
okay
not that I'm
and
muted.
he tells you to look after yourself. He says if you have a chance, he'd love to see you, but just make sure that you're having a good evening
Mm-hmm.
and remember to eat. Always keep the beast at bay. But he
Oh,
he hangs up after a brief pause and says, "Okay, bye."
so precious.
You also have a phone message from Zane. The Anarcha Baron has called you and he says, Luna, I hope this is the right number. I haven't had the opportunity to call you yet, but I have a proposition for you if you're interested. Since we've seen each other in the last several nights, I feel like you are a trustworthy young kindred, and I'd like to see you grow within our society. And, well, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you, actually. There's another young protege of myself, as well as a contact of mine who could use a little help tonight. He's been going through some hard times lately, and he could use a helping hand. And if you're willing, I'm sure he'd appreciate the assist. And he relays the information on the number to call if you're interested, as well as the location where you would be required. And after he's relayed all of the information, he says, Have a pleasant evening, and hangs up.
Is that all the messages?
And those are the only messages this evening.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna text James real quick and ask him how he's doing while living on the campus.
There's a bit of a delay, but eventually it comes back. He says, Doing okay, spending time with Clarissa, putting me to lots of work, frowny face. I'm trying my best though, and things have been going pretty well. Thank you for checking in. I hope you're okay too.
I'm gonna text back real quick and it's like I'm doing okay and I'm so sorry you have to go through that and I send him a sad face. But I hope to see you one of these days. I don't think I can because I'm busy today. And I send a little heart at the end.
He sends you back a heart and says, Don't worry about it. I don't mind working to keep my current situation.
This is Luna's dating sim, everyone. Okay. I'm gonna start getting ready, but I'm gonna shoot Raven a quick text to ask her if she could run the shop again,
Mhm.
because I have stuff to do.
She texts back that she'd be happy to take over the shop for the night. There's only one appointment, but it's nothing that she can't handle. And the day was very productive. Everyone has been on task, and you've made a good number of sales, so the business is running very smoothly.
I'm gonna text her back, lovely. And while you're at it, could you possibly find me a guy or a girl who's, kind of high up there and knows me for later on snack?
She texts back a thinking face and says, I'll have something arranged. How soon do you need it?
I'm gonna text her. I don't need it right now, but for later, also remind me I gotta give you your payment. And I'm gonna send her a little teeth emoji.
Just a big
She'll know what it
smile.
means.
Yes. And she says, Of course, and thank you. I will see you soon.
Yes, Luna chooses her out to fuck everyone. I'm gonna start packing all my stuff in my little
Mm,
satchel, and I'm gonna call in Draven.
mm. He comes in promptly, double checking over his shoulder that the day's last rays of light aren't going to come through the opening, and then shuts the door behind him. How are you this evening, mistress?
I'm good. I have a very busy schedule today, and Raven will be watching the shop. So, would you mind tagging along with me, pretty please?
Of course. Where are we off to?
I'm gonna give him the address. I'm gonna be like, apparently, Zane wants me to help this kindred out. So, if we could head
Mm.
over there as soon as possible, so perhaps I don't miss him, would be great.
He looks a little bit troubled at this and he says, "Is this someone that you know you're going to help? In I always worry for your safety."
I don't, but if I help, that means I could probably get Zane to owe me a favor.
All right, well, just I'll be there for you, so just stick close to me. And he puffs out his chest a little bit.
Okay, and I'm gonna like make sure I have everything and wrap my arm around him, and I say, "Let's go."
hmm He escorts you out of the building and into his car, which is waiting nearby. Helps you get inside, closes the door, and begins moving to the destination. He has a
While
little.
I'm in the car, I'm gonna
Mhm.
quickly call Zane.
Hmm. Handful of rings, and he picks up. Good evening. Who may I help tonight?
Hi, it's Luna. Uh, I'll
Oh,
help you out.
Luna. Oh, really? Well, I'm very glad to hear that. That was a very quick response. I just got off the phone not long ago.
I like
Um,
to make sure I have things like that, and you could hear the sound of a snap.
well, I'm very pleased that I can count on you. Just remember to be safe and look out for yourself. And if you could just please report back how things go once you're finished.
Okay. While I have you on the line, uh, if I do help this guy out, could I ask you for a possible favor, pretty please? It's
Mhm.
nothing big. I'm just hoping you might know some really famous people I could get in contact so I could spread my business.
Oh, I know everyone in this area. Don't worry, I can put you in touch, and we'll consider the boon repaid.
Oh, thank you. And I also would like if you gave me a little more of a description of this kindred so I know who I'm looking out for.
Well, he's very introverted, if I had to say. Always wears a hood very low over his face. You'll probably see that before any other description I can give you. Just look for someone who's probably by
Edgy?
himself. I wouldn't go that far, but mm, if he shies away from you, then you've found the one.
Mm, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you!
Of course. Have a good evening.
You too, and after I hang up, I'm gonna try calling that one number that he gave me.
Hmm. The phone rings, and after a moment, you get an answer. Jason, do you answer the phone?
Meanwhile, on the sorry, as I answer the phone and I go, "Hello."
Hi, are you the kindred that needed help
Yes.
by any chance?
Oh, sorry. I could go ahead.
Zane called me and told me to, help you out.
Uh, yes, I would appreciate it. So it's around that said area, but if you could do me a favor and look around, you're gonna at least be looking for something, or as I scratch my head, she's able to hear that I was on a bus because it gives the people giving like stops. Insert
You
street
can't
right
see it, but
here.
Luna's giving a visible disgust at the sound of a bus.
Fuck you. Anyways, as I'm like, there's going to be we're gonna be looking for someone. A supposed Nosferatu.
Okay.
He's important because he tried to, well, he destroyed my haven, and he also tried to kill me and my sire. So it's a little personal, and I know it sounds obsessive, but it's kind of important to me. It's kind of important to my sire because my sire almost got killed.
Oh, I understand. If anything happened to my sire, I'd do anything as well. or the Haven.
Sounds like a very nice. You sound like you're very attached to your sire.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. And she just kind of giggles.
Yeah, I'm kind of attached to mine as well. He's a he's a really good guy. He wants to be an author actually.
Hold
As
on.
you
I'm dying.
oh no,
Okay.
you're dying.
Coughing, just oh my god, we're actually having a conversation.
Okay. We're having an actual decent conversation.
You know why? Because we're talking through a phone instead of you trying to touch me. Take your time.
I'm done coughing.
Okay.
Well, as the both of you are having your conversation,
Welcome back.
Draven is driving you to your destination, and the bus is rumbling forward through the streets.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, it like completely went dead silent.
Oh.
It was just like everything went quiet. And I was like super paranoid. I was like, "What? Hello?"
Oh no.
Huh? I was paranoid, and also it said on West to let you know that. So
Everything seemed fine so far, but
it just went dead quiet for a second there, but and I was like, "Oh, just hmm. Do I have any knowledge about this general area or no?"
mm, not particularly. Not an area that you've ever really spent any time in. You know of it, and you could find your way there from the rest of the city, but beyond that, it's a mystery to you.
Hmm. But
But as I said,
yeah.
we are checking in on Dent as both of you are traveling to your destinations.
Wait, let me finish my conversation. It's like I'll meet you at where the bus stop is. All right.
Okay then. I shall meet you at the bus stop.
Okay. I'll probably stick to the shadows, but I'll meet you there.
Okay then.
Okay. I
Just hangs up the phone. She's like, bus stop.
as I like hang up and it's like, hopefully not gonna have too much of a conversation. As I break the phone in my hands.
An elderly woman from across the aisle looks at you in extreme confusion and shakes her head.
Yes, I just.
Damn teenagers.
Where's my husband? He's been dead for years, yet I miss him. as I put the phone back in the backpack. Anyways, now transition's over. Sorry for interrupting.
Dent, as you are sitting in the back seat, oil lets you know that you're getting close to your location. She says, I have a feeling that it's nearby. I've seen a few, I don't
Dang,
know,
Vampire Loon
suspicious
is such
types out on the
a
street,
classist,
and
turning her
it seems
nose
like
up to the
there have
bus
been
stop.
more of them in this area. She's circled around several times. There are some large factories and a steel mill nearby. This time of night, everything is shut down, and towards the outskirts of the industrial park, there are a few factories that seem pretty much abandoned. Maybe they're still operational, but not at all this time of night, and only rarely. And near one of them, there have been several groups of men standing out in the open.
Oh,
No dying from cough.
also, Wade calls you a classist because you're judging freaking buses.
Yes, she's high class. Well, kind of high class. So
Nose in
bus
the
stops
air.
You call it
Okay.
nose in the air. She's nice to everyone else. That's because she wants to get in everyone else's pants.
Oh dear.
Yes, we could all tell that literally from a mile away. As soon as you just hear Draven's like, Draven.
Shut up. Well, to be fair, Draven.
It would seem that Dent has fallen into sleep while he's being driven around by oil, so till he comes back, we will return our focus. Luna, you have arrived at the industrial park, and there is a bus stop nearby. And as you arrive, and
Hold it!
Draven.
Oh.
Oh dear.
I may not be an attorney, but I came in at the last second.
Wait, you
So
got
it counts.
crashed? Wait, what crashed?
Yeah, the whole thing blew up.
Your computer?
Like my Discord. No, just my Discord. It just froze altogether, and I was saying
Were
stuff.
you
and I was
trying
like,
to talk to us?
Yes, the whole time.
Oh dear.
Jeez.
All right.
Oh no.
Rio Reverso,
I
continue.
got right up to you telling me that Oil was telling me there were suspicious folks around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Suspicious types around several of the more
See?
run-down factories that look a bit abandoned, and was asking how you'd like to proceed.
I'm gonna tell her to be as incognito as necessary, but the end all goal here is just to scope the place out. So I kind of want to see these suspicious types that you were talking about anyway. Get a better run of the area.
She parks the car several blocks away, and the two of you make your way stealthily together to get a vantage point on the factory that seems to be the most active, which is very unusual since everything is clearly shut down. But there are men milling about. Many of them look a bit burly and tough, like they are hired muscle effectively, but none of them seem to be particularly focused on anything other than standing watch. They don't talk to each other, they aren't really doing anything to distract themselves. They are very alert, staring out into the night.
Do they look mortal to me?
From this distance, it's really hard to tell, but if you had to guess, you'd say they are.
Okay. And they're all just guarding the main gate.
Just standing at the entrances. There are a couple posted here and there, just watching out for anyone that tries to approach.
All right. While I'm over, because I'm basically still on like a street corner, right?
Pretty much, it's not like this is a super secluded area. There are streets going in all directions, and there is plenty of open space, but it is dark, and there's a little bit of, foliage around, a few trees planted at the street side.
Okay. All right. So, does it look like there's any place for me to sneak my way in?
It's not going to be easy. You could try and make your way to one of the corners where there's no entrance on that side and try to see if you can scale the fence, or maybe try to deal with a couple of the guards that are farther away from the others.
I think I'll do that.
In that case, I'd like you to give me a dexterity plus stealth roll.
Alright.
And I'll make one for oil as well. Let's see here. Your roll is a success, and oil's
Please. Oh, jeez.
one success. She's trailing behind you, but Though you are able to slip between the shadows with ease, she's a little more conspicuous. She has a lot of skin bared, and the waning light reflects off of it very brightly. And you could swear that one of the guards turns and looks directly in your location.
Oil. Told you to lose the gems when we're out on jobs like this.
And she's like, "Look, it's called style."
Style is gonna get us killed one day. I digress. We just need to take out these guys. And there's like, how many guys are like around us right now in this area?
There are only two at the gate that you're nearby, but there are a good 8 or more around the rest of the building. And it's a very large structure, so it would take them a little time to get over to where you are.
Alright, so I'm gonna have Oil creep up on one of them and take care of him, and then I'm gonna sneak up on the other.
They are still looking in that direction, so this is going to be a difficult roll, but I can have her attempt to make a strength plus stealth roll if she
Mm.
can successfully sneak attack.
And I do that as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Because if you're trying to sneak up and attack, then you need to make sure it's successful.
I'm gonna use blood buff on this one.
Okay, so give me a rouse check, please.
Okay.
Hmm. You do gain a hunger. The beast is very tempted as you call it forth to increase your undead flesh and fill your limbs with extra dexterity. But give me the roll, please, for the stealth plus strength.
And what's the modifier? Just one, right?
You don't have any modifiers right now.
Oh, no modifier. Oh,
Yeah.
because I
Because
can
that
use.
just increases your straight attribute, so.
Okay. All right.
4 successes. You both sprint forward and manage to overtake both of the guards before they see you coming. They are very surprised when you appear out of the night, and one of them's like, "I told you I saw someone!" right before you deck him in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna. The guy that I decked while Oil is taking care of the other one, I'm gonna drink from this guy.
I'm just gonna go straight for it. So
Yeah.
give me a brawl plus strength, please.
Okay.
6 successes. I'm not even going to do a roll for him. He cannot resist you. You completely overpower him. And he goes quiet as you drain him of blood. And how much are you going to take?
Just enough to bring me back down to one.
Good thinking. Because right now you're at 3. So after 2 points of blood being drained, he is feeling very faint. His eyes are fluttering and he looks extremely tired. And with the force of the blow you dealt to him, he passes out.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Oil has finished dealing with her guard, and you can see that he is similarly unconscious with a number of bruises blossoming on his chin.
Good. Good.
Alright, then, what's the plan?
So obviously they're guarding this area because there's something important in there, and I want to know what exactly they're guarding, and if I can take it, how hard that's gonna be. So we're just scoping this place out for now.
Okay, should we do something about these guys? And she jerks her head toward the unconscious men.
Yeah, we're gonna stash these guys somewhere out of the way.
There's not a lot of cover, but there is the building behind you, and might be able to hide them behind the wall in a darkened area.
Yeah.
Both of you drag them over and find a secure place where you can leave them before returning to scope out the scene. And while the two of you are doing that, I'm going to shift focus back to Luna. As I said before, you arrive at the industrial park. There's a bus stop nearby. You've been keeping an eye on them as you've driven past, and Draven calls back to you. Ma'am, I think I see the person we're here to meet. And he points to the next bus stop on the corner where a hooded figure is standing under a streetlight.
Do I recognize him or no?
No, but you do see the dark hoodie, just like Zane said he would be wearing.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Draven to park and step out with me.
Hmm. He does so, and he's keeping a very firm hand on his sidearm, just lightly over the top of his jacket, but ready to draw it if anything seems dangerous.
I'm gonna walk over to the hooded figure and I'm gonna just say, "Are you the one?"
Okay, am I the protagonist? You mean?
Are you the edgy boy that I call?
Yeah, fuck you. No, oh, as I was. Wait, so I was just waiting there? I didn't get it?
You
Okay.
got off the bus and knew that you were going to be met by another kindred, so you've been hanging out for several minutes.
Well, was I close to the shadows like my character usually does?
Standing at the edge of a streetlight just so you could be seen if someone was driving up to meet you.
I would. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Anyways, um, so as I'm like, oh, are you? Yes, I'm. Are you the one associated to Zane, right?
Yes. Does he recognize me? That's a good question to ask.
Okay.
I I do recognize, but I just go with it because I need the help.
I'm gonna be like, yes, Zane asked me to do this. And in return, I get a favor. So, what is it that you need?
I need you. Well, sorry to ask this, but I need you to help me kill someone.
Uh, I'm gonna just, kind of like fold my arms and tilt my head to the side.
Draven
I,
steps forward a little bit and he says, "Kill someone? Do you really think we should be here, ma'am?" Looks back to you with concern.
I, I already asked for a favor, and this is my way of repaying for that favor, so I have to be here with no choice.
He looks very conflicted about this, but reluctantly lets his hands drop to his side. As long as you think it's best.
I'm gonna look to the side and just, so, Zane didn't mention any killing.
I know. It's more of as I slightly look up. I'm well. It's more like I just need you to find the location. I have the general idea of where, but I just don't know. Well, general idea, but I need some assistance. And if worse comes to worse, I might need help. But I'm not at least guaranteeing you have to kill someone. I'm just letting you know you might have to kill someone. As I have my hand, and then I should reveal that my claws on my left hand were out, ready just to cut someone.
Vic, do I know who runs this area? Like, who the Baron might be?
There is another baron a bit more to the south, but not anyone that you've personally met. Zane's domain mostly covers the downtown area, doesn't go quite this far south.
But someone might own this? Like, someone might be the Baron of this area?
It's very possible.
Listen, I'll help you. You know, there's a thing about if it's a kindred killing others on other people's turfs.
Well, due to that fact, there's still one technical thing. As I tap my shoulder, thinking about it. This guy was trying to commit a technical murder, and the person that was going to vouch for me was Zane. And I'm well aware whoever this person is after him for some reason. So I need to be able to at least either find out the truth or kill him before he tries again. Because my sire, like yours, is important to me.
Alright, I'll help you. But what am I exactly supposed to be looking for?
Well, let's see. As I tap my chin, anything suspicious, anything that at least gives off, hey, I'm screaming, it's my secret hideout, aka guards guarding a certain factory, anything in that in general sense. As I'm just thinking about it. If we can find at least where, we can at least start there. And then if you and I look over to Draven, your ghoul, are either to find a place that we can at least go around, or be able to take them out. Those would be the options. As I continue at least thinking about it. I just need those, and then the rest of it's going to be mostly stealth, so that we can at least figure out the truth on what's going on. And just letting you know again, this is all technically justified because I was given a type of consent by Zane, as I try to.
Well,
Go ahead.
I mean, consent or not, if this is not his area, it might not apply, but I will see what I can do, and I'm gonna turn on heightened senses.
The sights and sounds and smells of the night come into full focus. This is a bit of a darker, dirtier part of town, and you smell oil and old metal cooling in the night. Smoke fills the air, and you do smell are a large number of people nearby, which is unusual because just glancing around you, you don't see anyone.
Okay. Can I trigger my heightened senses? All right. So I trigger it, but I'm also looking if there's any familiar sense.
Any familiar sense? You do very faintly smell an overpowering odor, but it's very, very far off.
What type of odor?
It's hard to place. Maybe a
Bad smell, good
scent
smell.
of decay, but it's masked with a little bit of a pleasant smell.
Was there any type of smell like the type of smell in my session 0, the one that I wasn't able?
You would need to pursue it to be able to tell better. It's very far off.
As well, I smell that and I lift my head up. I look around a little. I have a sense. It's something probably close to a Nosferatu. The one that I'm probably looking for.
Well, apparently we're not alone, which is weird because I don't see anyone.
Well, to be fair, we're vampires, so that's not too surprising. Trying to at least stick with the darkness. It's, kind of sort of blending in.
I'll just look myself up and down and then look at him like I don't hide.
As I just scratch my head. Well, sorry, I was under the assumption since, my sire's a Nosferatu and he taught me to always, stick to the shadows and stick with my wits. It's kind of a, I don't know, odd assumption to make that everyone tries to do that, but I shrug a little. But for now, let's at least follow the scent. If it's a rotten kind of smell, I guess trying to be covered by maybe a perfume. Wait, right.
Alright, then I'm just gonna give Draven the look of be ready.
Mhm. He gives you a nod and pats his side.
Lead the way.
So are you going to pursue the scent?
Well, I'm gonna at least pursue the scent, but I'm sticking to the shadows, letting those two lead,
Mhm.
while I'm trying to at least also keep it like as quiet as possible,
Mhm.
but keeping my eye on the two.
And
Meets 5 minutes. Let's them be bait.
I mean, if your character's at least gonna stick with the same idea, cool. But that's my force of habit. I automatically stick with the shadows.
Mhm.
It's like it's
Uh,
it's literally like force of habit at this point.
mhm. As the two of you make your way deeper into the industrial park and continue pursuing the sense of mortals gathered nearby, as well as that rotten scent obscured with something that you can't quite place, there becomes a bit of a commotion apparent nearby. And mm, just off to your left, as you're walking down the street trying to conceal your presence, you hear the sounds of heavy objects being moved and dropped.
Mm, it's just like,
Time
is it
to
metallic?
explore.
Is it?
No, sounds like maybe bags of trash being thrown against a wall or something very heavy and wet.
I don't know if you wanna check that out because you're all sneaky.
If I must, but if
It
anything,
might be a clue.
that's
You
true.
never know.
Fair enough. As I trigger my okay, so I still have my heightened senses as I just proceed forward, trying to follow the noise quietly, taking more slower steps, so no one can detect me. Oh, and I also use I trigger my ability. Please hold as I remember the ability.
Weight of the feather?
No, what? Void of the feather. I thought it
Or
was called something dead silencer.
let me actually look at your sheet.
Because there's heightened senses, but then silence of death.
Mhm.
Wait,
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
silence of death. So I trigger that ability
And
next.
you activate it, your footsteps become completely silent. The sounds of anything on your person jangling around, the cell phones in your backpack, becomes quiet and very muffled, and you'd have to be really close by to hear anything at all. Up
Yeah.
ahead, you spot two figures in the darkness. Difficult to make them out, but you can see that they're standing over another couple of figures slumped against a wall.
As I try to look back, am I able to see Luna if I look back?
Of course, she's right behind you.
As I wait for her to at least get up closer.
I'm gonna try my best to just walk along the shadows, even though it's kind of
Would-
hard not to avoid very pastel-y colors.
You're not dressed for stealth, but you could always make a roll to see if you're sneaky.
I don't have investments on sneaky, but we'll try
Just for fun.
just for fun. It'll
So
be
Ace,
stealth and what?
stealth and dexterity.
I'm very sneaky. Trips over trash cans.
Oh
Oof.
dear.
Oh my god.
This is why she
Would
don't do no
you
sneak.
like to use a willpower to reroll that?
Yes.
Okay. So make a slash through one of your remaining willpower, and unfortunately you failed. You do your best to stay unseen and unheard, but there's a lot of rubble on the ground.
Drop some
You know, you're
lotion.
not far from a
Down these
factory.
fucking heels.
This is not good footing for you.
Just hear
You
it
just
clack, clack,
see a
clack.
lady just like wobbling, trying to catch her step.
Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly.
Hence, as you and Oil are taking care of the guards, you spot a couple of figures moving towards you off in the distance, and one of them appears to stumble, nearly falling to the side.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no. All right. Well, no, we gotta. And I tap Oil on the shoulder. We gotta go check that out.
God damn
Because
it.
Okay.
I'll need something coming at us from behind as well while we're doing this.
Okay, am I able to notice he's noticed us?
Mm-hmm. The figures start moving towards you.
I'm just gonna whisper, this is why I don't do stealth.
Well, I didn't know the person I was trying to get was gonna come in dressed up like a freaking what's the word? Streetlight, yeah, like a freaking streetlight.
Listen here, buddy. I got a look to maintain. So shh. Shush.
A look, and yet you were trying to commit to a
Shush.
favor. As I sigh.
I do what I can.
Well, we gotta retreat for now.
Fucking
And
Draven
then,
drag.
as you approach, you can hear the figures arguing
God
amongst one
damn
another.
it! You did...
What in? All right. Well, you know what? At least the danger's past.
God damn it!
And I just at this point, I'm just kind of keeping out of sight of everyone else that's there in the industrial park, and I'm just kind of making my way over there. Just I just kind of motion to Oil to just put the knife away at this point.
She sheathes it on her hip, but she keeps her hand on the hilt.
Yeah. So do we just make it over there to them at this point?
Mm-hmm. You
Luna's
meet in
using
the middle.
Draven as a thing to hold her up.
Draven keeps an arm on your shoulder, supporting you, but he steps out in front of you with his hand still on the holster of his gun.
Meanwhile,
Do
I
I
have.
at least look good?
You look like a goof right now, as my
Wasn't
hand,
asking you.
my hand was at the ready. Like my left hand was like, just at a kind of, like I was kind of at a ready position, like my left claw out.
You know, I'm all for silly situations that just kind of approach at this point. But what are you two doing here?
That's it. Wait, I stop and look up, and I'm like, wait, Dent?
Yeah. Sup, Val? It's been a long time, hasn't it?
I sigh a bit and scratch a bit. I know my intuition was stupidly right as I put my
You
head
still
over
got that,
my...
Tony?
Yes.
Hey.
Sighing
Hey,
reluctantly.
you're that lady that I ran into at the university. What's up?
I'm just gonna like
Giving him the cold stare.
think about it, realize, and then just give him like the dirtiest look ever.
There's a...
I had to clean up your mess.
Nah, listen here, all right? I just have one thing
Do
to
you,
tell you,
do
right?
you
Listen, hold on.
understand that
The
I gotta
universe-
go through a process?
Hold on there. First off, I need you to lower your voice, because if you didn't notice, behind us is some pretty unfriendly sorts of folks. Can they
sigh.
see them? Can they see the people behind us and
can
guarding the
hear it.
place?
We got
They
heightened
absolutely
senses.
can.
Oh, okay,
They
okay.
can see the bodies that you deposited on the other side of the wall, as
And-
well as the guards that are standing around the factory's entrances.
Don't forget we can
across
hear
the
their
way.
footsteps technically then.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know that.
I know.
The two of you can. You can hear muffled talking, footsteps. Sounds like there are a good maybe dozen people nearby. And Jason, that smell that you recognize comes into your nostrils. There's a rotten stench covered up with a bit of cologne.
I look back. I look back out in the direction where the scent is. Then I know we haven't
Mhm.
known each other for as long, but
You want to team up, don't you? Yeah, you do. I
I
can see that
I
look in
should.
your eyes. Come on.
You can't even look at my. You know what?
It's a
As I
figure of speech.
as I scratch my head, yes. Can you please help me out? I scratch my head.
There's only one thing I want from you. Shake my hand.
As I outreach my right hand this time, yes. I
I
need.
shake it.
I shake your hand back.
Enthusiastically, I shake it.
I, I look at him, making sure my hood's still like not possible to see my actual face. You're very
As you
excited.
shake his hand and you see that it's maybe not quite what you're expecting. It's unblemished and looks very clean and well maintained.
Oh, my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Wait a minute.
As I back
Are
my
you
hand
sure
away.
you're Nosferatu?
How dare you? A Nosferatu can have clean hands, you know. Just because my
I.
sire at
Uh
least
huh.
is occasionally not washing himself, I at least enjoy a nice bath like any normal undead. Well,
I wouldn't judge you. I just didn't know because I've been told that, like, it's not just like a face thing. It's more like a whole body thing. But hey, if you got clean hands, you got clean hands. You probably have a wonderful face. I wouldn't judge you.
well, let's not worry about that for now. Let's at least get up to what's going on. So, why are you
Yeah.
here?
Uh, it's I think it's best if I just cut short in some areas. Basically, there's a lot of suspicious activity over there, and I think it's related to. Have you been hearing about the weird gang violence that's been happening around the city lately?
Did I know this from my sire, Vic?
He maybe mentioned it in passing, not his biggest focus. He had other things on his mind.
I tap my like finger on my chest. Well, my sire did talk about it while we were occasionally either doing our occasional adventuring. I'll just say that as meanwhile in my head, I remember us like watching him hunt for like rats and other things as I was just there with him for most of it.
Okay. Well, basically, uh, I think a Nosferatu is creating some sort of commotion and using the mini gangs of this city to do it. And basically, he's been stepping on my toes, and I need to find out why. This is the best lead I've got so far, and so that's why I'm here.
I scuff. I had to use some kind of blood magic to at least tell this direction here. I look forward to where the direction is. Well, whoever this Nosferatu is, he's pissed off with my sire and basically me, which
Hmm.
I scratch my head a little. It's kind of my fault, but point still stands. I have to at least get the truth out of him as I pull out my phone. It was another it was another phone compared to the one I had before. I
You're just made out of phones, aren't you?
uh, I recycle
Okay.
as I anyways,
M-
I just
more
need to
pressing
also
issue.
well,
Just more pressing issue for me at least. I don't know about you, but I just want to know one thing. Okay?
hmm.
So I understand why you're here now. Okay, I get that. But why are the both of you here? Or and that that guy? And I'm just pointing to like Draven.
That's her
Draven
goal.
looks you up and
I
down and just gives you a cold look as he stands protectively in front of Luna.
I don't even know you, guy. All right. I
he was
just didn't
he
know.
was there. He was just there.
Was he the
Remember,
guy
he's
driving that car?
Yes.
Ah, you know what? My good sir, I do apologize for that. That's a very nice car. Didn't mean for the bikes to just fly at it. It's my bad, really. Uh,
wait.
but going back to hold on, I'll get to that. In fact, the bodies at that university that we it was a joint thing. I don't care if I wasn't involved in it at first and you had it all under control with your other gang girlfriend over there, but the point still stands. We did that. and thus it was a we kind of issue to clean up. And
I
at the time,
didn't kill those other two men.
you killed one of them. That's
I
counts.
did
You're an
not.
accomplice.
I did not kill, technically.
Wait.
I
Mind
don't
being
want to get into
probably
technical
did.
stuff. They're
Hold it.
dead.
But,
She's the one that
but,
at least Clarice
You
talked about
did
drinking.
kill him. You drank him dry.
Yeah,
no, I drank only half and then I gave the rest to James.
that's still murder.
Mm.
That's still association to murder.
There's no
I
Anyways,
point
passed,
getting technical
I
about it.
drank
We're all
him
bad
till he
people.
passed out and then I gave the rest to James.
Mm.
but
He
anyways,
wanted
as
to drink it.
I slightly interject. Wait, you're the one Clarice was like Clarice complained about?
Probably. I get a lot of complaints from folks.
No,
more
I was
often
pointing
than
at
not.
Luna.
Oh. You just
It's-
No, I was
Just-
pointing at Luna because she pointed it out.
Just shush.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I don't care anymore. It got cleared. I got my end of the shit stick. I'm only here because Zane asked me to be here, and I
Oh, you know
got a
Zane too.
favor in return. So, if we could get this done quickly, I can get my favor repaid.
Music to my ears, because I just want to get in here and get out.
Well, I need to at least get a statement from him. If I can at least have him admit.
Hey. You can have him. Whatever you want to do with him, that's totally fine. I just need to make sure that this all goes away, right? And I just give Jason just this look of just like, whatever you do, totally fine by me. Complete acceptance with whatever you want to do.
As I sigh, fine. Jeez.
From behind you, Dent, you hear Oil shuffle closer, and she says, "Hey, there's movement over there." Taps you on the shoulder.
Great. Okay. All right. What do you see? What's over there?
It looks like they're coming to check out why the guards are missing. And as you look, you see about 4 people making their way over. They're all on high
Dent.
alerts and looking very confused.
Also,
Listen, hiding bodies is not my specialty, all right?
why
You
didn't you
killed
try to
more
sneak
people?
past him?
Because I know how this goes, and I really didn't want to have to fight my way out if I had to fight my way out, and there'd be more people in front of me.
As I tap my shoulder, you know the cause and effect to a situation if no one at least, if they're connected to a radio comm, you know they do daily checkups, right?
I didn't feel any radios on them. They were totally clean. But more pressing issue, let's go just take care of them right now. Yeah?
Fair enough, but
Do you just not comprehend the laws of? We could get in trouble for killing so many people.
I mean, we don't have to kill them. I didn't kill those other 2. They're still alive.
You just said you did. You said you were dragging bodies.
Yeah, dragging their bodies away, their unconscious bodies.
as I sigh, and can we just try to hide from the people that might try to shoot us for a second there as I point that out?
Yeah, we can go take care of them as well if you want, just take care of them.
Dent,
rather
do what
than
you need to
sneak past
do.
them.
That's all I can at least tell you. So I'm gonna at least do what I need to do. Can I see if
Okay.
there's any place I can climb up?
There's a fence, that surrounds the entire perimeter of the factory, but the building that you're close by does have some upper levels and is much less populated than the other one. You could probably try to get a vantage point, although then you'd be a fair distance away from the other factory.
I just sigh and I just think about it. Well, for now, let's just try to get to this factory, get the truth about this Nosferatu, and do what we need to do. Then, if you feel like this is worth it, I'm gonna at least say that you can go and cause as much as chaos, but as long as we do not let that Nosferatu get away.
I don't really need to cause any chaos here. I just want them to not be an issue for us going in. Just want us to go take care of it real quick.
Well, based off of what they did to my Haven, that's another story.
Hey, you've got incentive. Let's go take care of them.
That's what I'm doing. What says you? Sorry, I didn't get your name as I look over to Luna.
It's Luna. Just let's hurry this up before we have to deal with people shooting at us. The quicker we move out of the way, maybe they'll lose track of we are.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Fair
sounds
enough.
good to me.
Well, let's finish at least hiding these bodies for now, so they don't know where. Hmm.
There's nowhere else to hide those bodies. Believe me, I looked. They just gotta be there.
Dang it.
So we can either take care of this, or we let them find the bodies and then we just sneak in with that as a distraction. It's up to you.
I tap my shoulder again.
Clock's ticking, Val.
And
Well,
as you're standing there trying to decide, you hear Draven call out, "Oh, they're coming closer."
let's do it then.
And
All right.
4 of them are headed straight in your direction.
So, I'm as just with the element of surprise, I'm just gonna try and sneak as close as I can, and just like knock over as many of them as I can.
Hmm. It's a pretty open area. You'd have a very difficult time sneaking, but you could maybe vault over the wall and try to jump on top of one.
I'll do that.
Mm,
Okay, so give me an athletics plus dexterity then.
All right.
but as he gets ready to do that, I try to at least stick to the wall real quick and then stood still, and then I start turning invisible.
Okay. And you will remain invisible until you move. You are currently unheard as well. So
Yeah.
you effectively disappear.
I'm trying to think. Wait, is it the same wall Dent's gonna get ready to vault over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if he does, I want to see I want to at least blend in just in case they try to go over.
You are up against the wall now and you are invisible. And Dent succeeds in his athletic check and vaults over the wall. And as soon as he's in view, the one of the guys says, "Hey, there's an intruder!" And they all start reaching for their guns. And Dent, I'd like you to make me a brawl plus strength, please, as you try to attack. And meanwhile, Luna, what are you doing?
Give me options. What am I close to? Is what I'm trying
You
to
are
say.
currently out in the open. You're standing behind Draven. He's putting himself between you and the danger. But you could make for the wall. You could try to back off from the fight and wait till it resolves. Unfortunately, you're not much of a scrapper, so it might be best to let everyone else take care of it.
I'm just gonna pull Draven's arm and just run the other way.
Hmm.
I want to use my potence, by the way.
Okay. So in that case, I need you to make. Let me double check the rules for that. Because if you're activating level 1, that's just a passive thing. You do
Uh,
aggravated damage to mortals if
okay.
desired. So you'd like to kill them.
Oh, I can do aggravated.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, nah. For now, I won't use that to bash the brains in.
Okay. All right. Just a normal punch then.
Yeah. I just want to incapacitate them if possible.
The closest thug to you reels back as you punch him, but he does manage to keep his feet, and he's starting to pull his gun out of his holster. I'm going to make a roll for Oil, who is right behind you. She has drawn her blade, and she comes
Wait,
in
she
ready
jumped
to
over with
attack.
him?
Mm-hmm. Right behind him. And let me give her a brawl.
Oh,
Plus
she didn't
strength.
do an acrobatics check?
She is very lithe. She has high dexterity and acrobatics, so I'm going to assume she was directly behind him.
Hmm.
Her attack is just a glancing blow, though. She follows up on yours and manages to nick him across the shoulder. He goes, "Ah!" and stops and reaching for his gun, putting his other hand to the wound as he steps back. And I need to make some rolls for the thugs. So let's see, they have 4 dice for physical attributes.
Where are
So
they all in terms of placement?
they're all grouped up pretty close together. I can draw you a little diagram.
I appreciate it
So,
because it's hard to imaginate this and compare it to the wall.
mhm.
I didn't pounce on him though. Like I didn't jump on the
You
dude.
jumped over the wall, pounced on the first guy, gave him a solid punch to the jaw. You reeled back, and Oil was right behind, cut him across the shoulder.
Okay.
But the other three are standing nearby, and they've all drawn their guns. And just they're all in a cluster together, right next to this wall. Dent, you have vaulted over, and Oil is right behind. And Jason, you're right about here. With Luna and
Sorry, I
Raven
completely-
right here.
Ramirez. Thank you very much for the follow.
And
Enjoy your
Luna, what are
Pakopagore
you
dancing
and
for
Raven
you.
doing?
Sorry about tarnishing that name. I am sorry again.
I don't.
Thank you again very much for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Because you're pulling him off to the side towards the wall.
Well,
Yeah. I
because
wanna.
didn't she
see
like
with my...
run this way though?
Well, she started to pull him towards the wall, heading in that direction.
Which direction?
That way.
Oh, okay.
Right past you.
Could I see with my heightened senses if they're breathing or not?
They are all breathing. The one that's just been cut is panting and cursing.
Wait, where's
and the other
Denton
three.
and all this?
Dent is on the left side of the thugs, with Oil right behind him. They both
So
vaulted over the wall.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, because I just need a general sense of what's going on. I don't. Okay.
Um, I'm a like. I don't know. It's because I don't have any stats in fighting.
Don't you have anything else that you can like
No.
can manipulate, control?
I'd have to get right up in their faces, or I mean, not up in their faces. I need them to look at me.
Well, that's why it's always a good idea with the guy with the gun to at least help with that.
I'm gonna get shot at. No, fuck you.
I meant Draven, not you.
No, don't call me Babu.
I'm saying for him.
The one member of the co-op team is just like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass. I'll pass the
As
turn.
this arguing is happening, I'm going to make a roll for the closest thug who's managed to draw his gun. It's aiming right at you, Dents.
Wait, what are you?
I can dodge him, right?
It's a contest. He has 2 successes, so roll me a dexterity plus athletics.
Okay.
And you still have your heightened dexterity from before.
From the blood buff?
Mhm.
What
It
does
lasts
that
for the
do
scene.
exactly?
Give me a modifier of +1 for this
Okay.
roll.
Huh.
2 successes. He shoots at you, and you manage to pull yourself mostly out of the way, but it does graze you. You feel the heat of the air as it rushes by.
What's it with bullets and grazing me?
And would you like to make another move as the next one begins to aim his gun at you?
I want to pick up the guy that I punched
Mhm.
and throw him at his friends.
All right, so give me a strength plus athletics roll.
Alright. And this one's just 0, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Critical hits. You get 6 successes. The man with the cut on his shoulder is reeling back, but you grab him with both hands, lift him up over your head, and throw him directly into the next men who are standing beside him. And
On
let
his
me
left
make a
side,
couple
behind
of rolls.
him, or
Behind.
okay.
And let me make a couple of rolls.
It's time for
3 successes. Wow, four. One of them is able to move out of the way very quickly, and the other, unfortunately, stumbles and falls on his butt as soon as the weight of his fellow guard hits him square in the chest.
Good. And what about the guy that threw? Is he out for the count or is he still going?
He is dazed, probably still semi conscious, but it'd be unlikely for him to be able to get back up easily.
Okay.
There is still one, however, who is standing and has his gun drawn, and he's aiming at you, Luna, as you're running behind the wall. And give me a athletics plus dexterity, please.
Um. Whoa. What's going on?
I'm rolling for his gunshot versus your evasion.
So I'm doing athletics.
Athletics and dexterity. Two successes. Unfortunately, the bullet does hit you right on back as you're running away. It stings, but it's a minor blow. You take 2 points of superficial health damage.
Wait, so who? Wait, this guy was the one that shot?
The one on the bottom right, closest to
I
her as
put
she's
two
running away.
slashes in my health, right?
hmm
Wait, so is he looking at me now?
Yes, he is. He sees you pulling Draven behind the wall and manages to get a shot off before you're out of view.
Could I possibly try to stop and use mesmerize?
He is looking at you, but you'd be putting yourself in the line of fire. But give me a, if we're going to roll for it, a manipulation plus your resolve.
Where is that?
3 successes. And he is prepared, so let me do a roll for him because he is ready to fight back. He has 2 successes. You lock eyes with him and battle for wills for a second, but he eventually relaxes. And you can give him a command. It has to
Uh,
be something that he can complete within the duration of the scene.
can I ask him to kill one of his friends?
You can, but that's not something he would normally do, so he will likely resist.
No. No. See, and you were asking why I didn't tell the guy to kill himself. That one session. This is why.
I was just.
Um.
Mhm.
You can always ask them to drop their guns, but I don't know. I don't know what they do.
Oh, to just disable a gun and pretend like nothing, like just make them forget what's going on and walk away.
Walk away.
That's a technical choice.
Is it though?
It's up to you.
He only forgets the 2 minutes though.
Yeah, but 2 minutes is still enough. Or if you just want
Long
him to
time
walk
for me.
down and I can just surprise attack him.
Vic, I need some second opinions here.
Jason's suggestion to tell him to just
Like,
drop
I
his
didn't say
gun
it.
and walk away.
I didn't
like,
say it though.
wouldn't he still remember chasing after someone?
He would, but you've given him a command that he has to obey.
Hmm.
That's if he gets to walk away.
If he gets to walk away.
He still resists either way, huh?
No, you've succeeded at the roll. He will do whatever you command him to do, as long as it's not something that's strictly against his normal moral code and such. Telling him to drop his gun and walk away is very possible.
Okay, we'll just do that.
Okay. He lets his grip on his gun slacken and it falls from his hand, clattering to the ground. And with a dazed look, he turns and begins walking back toward the street. Dent, what are you doing next?
All right.
Wait, when's my turn?
Oh,
You have still been in stealth over here. If you'd like to move out of stealth, you can.
Yeah, but you never asked me if it was my turn at all. I
Hmm.
literally passed me twice.
Well, what action would you like to take?
Um, I'll stick with stealth.
Okay.
all right. So what I'm gonna do is the guy that's walking away.
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab him and try and slam him down into his friends and just kind of finish them off there.
There is still a one thug between you and him.
Oh, that guy's still alive or
Yes.
still conscious?
Two of them have been cast off to the side, one unconscious and the other knocked down on the ground, but there's one still standing next to you.
All right. So yeah, okay. I'm just going to pick that guy up and slam his head against the wall.
Okay. So brawl plus strength.
All right.
4 successes. And he has 3 successes. So you managed to overpower him and slam him into the wall. Jason, from the other side, you feel the collision as he hits right on the opposite side from you.
Hmm.
What action would you like to take?
I stay there unless they come around.
Okay. The other thug has made his way back to the street and he is beginning to walk down the block looking very dazed and confused. And I'll make a roll for oil. She moves in on the one that you hit, Dens.
Mhm. Before she
Mm-hmm.
before she makes any killing blows, I let her know that I just need them unable to come after us.
She gives you a quick nod as she makes her attack. And he is in no position to resist, so she bowls him over, knocking him to the ground where he is out for the count.
Good, good. Uh, and that guy's like way out in the open at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there any traffic at the moment, or cars going by, or people that could see him out there?
No, it's very dead this time of night. The only people around are the guards at the factory.
All right.
And thankfully, in this short tussle, no guns have been fired. There haven't been any particularly loud shouts or
Wait,
anything.
what? What
One
So,
about
gun
the
was fired.
gunfire? There was
One
a
dude shot at
gunfire.
me.
oh, there was. You're right.
Grace me.
You're correct. Hmm. Well, I'll make a note of that. But for the time being, you don't see any rush of people coming in your direction.
Okay, I want to tackle that guy.
Hmm.
So I just want to run over there and tackle him, and see if I can drag him back over to this pile of people.
Okay. Luna, Jason, are either of you making a move at this point?
I guess I'm just gonna move over. Oh, wait. Whatever. I'll just have my character move over to at least see who is left right now. To at least.
Okay, from the edge of the wall, you can see that there's one man who is still standing. He's collected himself and picked up off the ground, but next to him, there's a man passed out. Just around the corner, there's another one passed out on the ground, and there is one last one walking away down the street.
And. Alright, so the people that are still. Like. not unconscious. They're all just facing Dent.
One is facing Dent, and the other is completely disengaged. He is leaving the area.
Okay. So wait, this is the guy right here?
Hmm. Yes, he is still standing, focused on Dent.
Alright, well, I'm at least rush from behind, trying to use my Silence of Death.
Okay. And that's just a passive effect. It silences you, but as soon as you move, of course, you become visible again.
No,
And are you going?
no, which one? No, that's Cloak of Shadows. Silence of Death
Mm-hmm.
is whenever I walk quietly.
Yes, but you had Cloak of Shadows activated, so I'm just informing you that it is now no longer effective as soon as you move out of cover.
Okay, that's fair. I go up behind and I go for an attack from behind. So,
Okay,
is there a type of
so
advantages, disadvantages?
he can't resist you because you're attacking from behind, so just give me a brawl plus strength, please.
Okay.
Two successes. He doesn't even know you're coming, so tell me how you attack him.
Okay, so whenever I noticed there was only one person, Dent already did his job. Just literally chucking people like it's WrestleMania. As I go up behind, rush up, and I use my right hand to just wind up a punch and then just go for the back of the head, trying to hope that it's enough to at least knock him out.
And it is. As soon as your fist connects, he goes down like a sack of potatoes, collapsing to the ground right on top of the man who is thrown into him. And now there is only one left who has made his way a pretty considerable distance down the block.
Oi.
As I look at Dent, well, still alive, or whatever equivalent to us.
Unalive?
Good enough.
Yeah. I don't like that guy just walking down the block. I want to go take him out, but that feels risky.
Well,
He's gonna come back.
then we have to at least have someone take care of it.
Wait. You're here. Where's Luna and that other guy?
That's a good question. I look around because
Luna's just texting on her phone to Fame that she's gonna need a new jacket.
So, just not wanting to waste any more time, I just charge straight at that guy and just like tackle him down and then see if I can drag him back to me.
Okay, give me an athletics plus strength then.
Alright.
okay. And while that's going on, I meanwhile just watch it like this way because this is just the wall for it, and this is the entrance. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As wait, so Harvey's there, but is there any kind of windows or anything like that, or is the entranceway open?
There are a number of windows on the building. You see a couple that have lights on, but for the most part, the building is dark. And there is a door nearby. It doesn't look like it's locked up particularly securely, but you would have to test it to be sure.
As I look back to Dent. Well, Dent's all the way down here, and he's just dragging him back now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your roll was successful. You managed to get over to him, and you have tackled him to the ground.
Well,
Really
Okay.
I'm trying to grab your little thing, but it's out of the background.
See background.
It just wants to drag the background, not your guy.
The game has abandoned me. It's been lost to the night.
This is the way I just make a little of my own to waddle around.
Waddle.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dent, you have tackled him, and he is on the ground looking very confused as he tries to continue moving away from the scene as he was instructed.
So I'm gonna wait for whatever Jason was gonna do, and then if you're not doing anything yet, I'm just gonna slam his head into the ground and just knock him out there.
Well, I'm just looking over to the facility they were guarding. So for me, I'm just like looking over, and I look back. Come on, Dent. Hopefully they didn't notice the gunfire, because if they did, that means they're getting ready. Trying to stick
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
wall again, keeping it like trying to be a wall, like trying to keep lookout as I stand still, allowing my ability to go invisible happen again.
And from behind you, Oil moves to your side. She's keeping a wary eye out, and she points as a couple of guards are making their way over.
What side?
They
Left side or right
seem
side?
from both sides. There, you can only see right now that there's one at each corner of the building, but there might be more behind them.
Are they? Wait, they're coming out because they heard the gunfire, or?
Yes, they are making their way towards the gate that you are both near.
Hmm. As I look at Ollie and I wait, like I try to move my hand to at least break the invisibility, as I wave her to at least head to this side right here real quick.
As soon as she sees you, she quickly darts over to the other side of the fence. Oh, I made a little dot. And you're now positioned on either side. Dent, give me that roll for a brawl plus strength.
Okay.
Hmm. That's an easy success. He is dazed on the ground, and with one quick punch, he is rendered unconscious.
Okay. All right. So I'm just dragging him back at this point.
Mm-hmm. So the two of you make your way back over there. And Luna, what are you doing? You sent your text to Fame, and he texts back, "Of course, my child. We'll go shopping tomorrow."
Uh, uh, so there's more people coming?
There
Yes,
are a couple of guards coming from around the corners of the building to investigate the commotion.
but we're not able to. Are we able to tell how many, or just?
You can only see two at the moment, but there might be more behind them.
What about with my heightened senses?
Well, you're behind a
Heightened
wall.
senses, you can hear a number of footsteps coming in a direction.
I may
You
be
could
behind a
give
wall, but I
me
can still hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could give me a awareness plus wits if you can try to parse out how many sets of footsteps there are.
Awareness plus wits?
Mm-hmm. 3 successes. You can detect at least 4 sets of feet moving towards you.
Also,
Uh,
quick question.
Hmm.
Sorry. There's no like in Pathfinder and D&D, there's no initiation for them to at least pop in there.
No,
Ah, okay.
it's all based on who is making the first move and whoever is in an advantageous situation, and that's just up to you all.
Ah,
am I
So
in like kind of whispering distance from them or no?
it's a decent distance. Dent is very close to you, having dragged the body back over and dumped it with the other two.
Well, I'm just gonna let him know that there's 4 people and I don't know if those two can handle them by themselves.
All right. It's just gonna get fun. I just crack my knuckles, and this time I'm just gonna go around the instead of over it.
Okay.
which side?
Yeah.
Left side or right side?
I'm going around the right side.
Okay. So you'll be more closer to me whenever you go around.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. The two guards have closed in, and just as Luna heard, there are another two behind them a bit farther back.
Mm-hmm. I try. I mean, I use. I'm standing there, so I use my ability activates to go invisible, because I want to at least wait until. Um. Well. let me think. So if they can get close enough, right now they're behind the wall. Yes.
Hmm.
So I'm
They
waiting until they can
haven't
get
come out
close
to you.
enough.
Okay. And Oil is mimicking your move, staying stealthy. And as the guards round the corner, I'm making more dots. They come around the corner, and I need to do a couple of rolls for them. But are you going to make a move, Jason?
Fuck yeah, I am. I'm doing some solid snake. I'm gonna grapple this bitch with some CQC.
Okay, so brawl plus strength, and I'm going to make a roll for Oil.
CQC. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Jesus. Oh no.
Metal Gear. Fuck.
Metal Gear. No.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see.
You finally did it, Oil. You finally did it.
One success. Would you like to re-roll, Jason?
What?
Or you could always use blood buff
Well,
at
what's
a rouse check.
wait? What was the counter with it though? I thought it's based off.
They are currently unaware. They're looking for any sign of danger, but you are coming out of complete stealth to attack him.
There's no advantages with it.
Nope.
Hmm. Uh. Wait, how does blood buff work again?
So you can increase one of your attributes, like your strength, for instance, at the cost of doing a rouse check to see if you become more hungry.
Versus just giving up a willpower.
Mm-hmm. Because willpower will let you re-roll the entire thing.
Oh fuck it! I will rerolled the thing then. Fuck it.
Okay, so make a slash through one of your willpower points.
Okay.
And 2 successes on the re-roll.
Does it work? Wait, what was the difficulty on it?
Just a 2. He's unaware, but he is looking for danger. However, since you're coming out of stealth, he's not able to see you and prepare. So 2 successes enough for you to grab him from behind. And what would you like to do with him now that you
Alright.
have him?
Well, let me at least roleplay it out. So, like, whenever he gets close enough, my arms outreach out of the invisibility, grab him by his side, and just do like an arm bar, just like, grr, and just try to choke him out until he goes unconscious. Basically, Metal Gear Solid, where I just go. Grr, 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 grr. Ugh. I'm not killing him. I'm choking him out until he goes unconscious.
All right. Well, if you're trying to render him unconscious, he's going to use his, let's see, probably his willpower. So I'm going to give him
I thought it was
5
strength
there.
because it's a matter of using.
It would be stamina probably plus constitution. Let me double check my sheets here.
Since it's a matter of just trying to break free of my my grapple.
Stamina and composure would be to shrug off the attack. So that's 5. Let's see. His is only a 4 though. So 4 dice.
I don't need to compete against it.
Yes, give me another brawl plus strength. So you're trying to choke him out. And you could still give yourself that blood buff if you would like. He only has 1 success though.
Wait, do I get... Wait, for a blood buff, I just get hungrier, or what?
You have to do a rouse check, but then you get to add a modifier of 1 to your roll because you're increasing your strength.
Nah, fuck that. I'm a strong boy.
Okay, go for it. 1 success. It's a brief struggle. He thrashes around, but you are stronger than he is, and you manage to choke him out.
As my muscles show off as I choke a bitch. And as he just stop, like he just literally goes limp.
And
then I
drops
just...
to the ground.
Well, I'm still holding him though, that's the thing.
However, as this happens, the other one who's coming around the corner sees you and cries out in alarm, "Hey!" He sees you choking him out, but
Ollie.
from behind him, though, Oil is there.
Oil.
And let's see, I gave her a roll and she had 2 successes. So she grabs him and yanks him back behind her side of the wall. And she also is attempting to choke him out. So I'm going to have to do a quick. He has 4.
Okay. And is it okay while she's doing that, I move him right beside me, like where I'm
You
behind her?
can definitely drag him out of the way. The other two guards, hearing this commotion, though, are going to run up very quickly.
Damn it. Because we're
Let's
supposed to
see.
do it in unison. Damn it, damn it, Ollie. That's all I needed.
Oh,
Well, she couldn't see
Oil.
you until you became visible, so as soon as she saw you,
I
she
keep
made her
thinking
move.
Ollie.
But
Oil. Well,
let's see.
I still go for a choke, and then I
Girl.
push her, like, I literally pull him to the side.
Yeah. Oil is doing her best to choke out the thug that she's grappling with, but he manages to remain conscious, still scrabbling at her arm, thrashing around.
so both of them are running up towards that opening, right?
These new guards have heard this commotion and they are on their way towards the opening.
Are they
Um,
within my arm distance? Like if I wanted to
you have
walk up
come
to them?
around the corner, but you would need to run up to them in order to do
Wait,
anything.
change his color real quick so that we are aware of who's who.
I
Okay.
mean, I know, but if you want,
Pink still.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm full on just gonna run at them and then try and smash their heads together.
Okay.
What the flub is this? Looks
Wow.
like a smash stage in a making lot. No, we're role playing some Vampire the Masquerade. Also, hello, Crossheart, welcome.
Vampire, that I smash everything. Right?
Vampire, you're literally gonna smash.
Gonna smash.
As
So what am I rolling this time?
If you'd like to run up, that's going to be a athletics plus strength if you're going straight into an attack.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
mark this as the guy knocked out as I just put him to the side of me.
I'm
Okay.
gonna blood buff myself up.
You still have your dexterity buff, but if you'd like to buff again, that's going to be another rouse check.
Okay.
Rousing success, you do not get more hungry. The beast feels that you're invoking it and writhes around inside, but doesn't gain any control over you.
Good. I fed you. Do as I say now. And so I put a 1 to my strength now.
So any roll with the strength, you'll give yourself a modifier of 1.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Successes. So you sprint straight over to Oil's guy that she has?
Oh, no,
Or are
no,
you going for the
to
other
the two
guard?
guys. Yeah, the two
Okay,
guys.
which side are you going to?
Like, I'm going straight into the middle, seeing if I can grab both of them and just bring them together. Just
You're going to try
violently.
and grab both. Okay, that's going to be 2 rolls if you're trying to grapple both of them. Because they're a decent distance apart, too. So
Okay.
they're like maybe 5-6 feet away from each other.
So I grabbed the one guy, definitely, right?
Mhm.
And I'm okay. Let's get the other guy.
So
Let's
wait,
see.
Okay.
should we go? Are you going for the left one or the right one? So that you're
Both.
basically
Left. Okay.
I wanna take them both if I can.
It's like
So you're
cracking
going to
some
grab
eggs.
him and then try to go for the other one, too.
Yeah.
All right, so give me a brawl plus strength, and then I need to make rolls for both of them.
Roll for strength. Okay. Do I put the modifier on that as well for the strength or no?
Yep, +1. Messy
Oh.
critical.
Oh no. Oh jeez.
That's okay. So let's see here. Their rolls 2 successes and 1 success. They are just caught completely by surprise. They're trying to fumble for their guns, but your strength overwhelms them and they're not able to do anything about it. And so you have dragged the two of them together now, and you have both in your hands. If I can drag you. So you just yank this guy right over there next to the other one.
And just smack their heads together as hard as I can.
All right, another strength plus brawl. And meanwhile, Jason, are you making a move?
Well,
Oil is still grappling with her guard over there.
and he's still like awake, right?
Yeah, he's thrashing around trying to break free.
As I go over and use my right hand. Meanwhile, not Jason.
Yep.
Detroit smash! I go and just
Yeah.
full on punch him in the face. This isn't Jason. This is just me being goofy.
Mm-hmm.
As I go for a punch to try to knock him out.
Okay.
Jeez Louise.
2 successes. He is in no position to resist you, so you punch him square across the chin and he just goes limp.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oil is gasping for breath as she stands up. Meanwhile, Dent has successfully smashed the heads of his 2 guards into each other and they both fall
Cracked
limp at his
eggs.
feet.
That's how
And
it goes.
Luna, while all of this has been happening, what are you and Draven doing?
Well, I was gonna try to get some answers, but everyone seems to be getting unconscious.
Yeah, everyone's knocked out at
You
this
So
point.
know.
I don't know.
I have a habit of that.
Okay, to justify my actions, if
I'm
we
not.
if we knock him out, we, you know what? Okay, whatever.
You could slap one of them
I-
awake, maybe.
It would have just been easier if one of them was still awake. One of them got their head smashed in. One of them got choked. One of them got punched.
That doesn't mean they're
I
dead,
don't.
though.
I don't really have much options right now while you guys are fighting.
Well, you could use
I mean,
Draven.
fight's over.
Draven's still fighting, boy. Well,
Fight's over.
not that we're aware of.
Oh, well, yeah.
That we're aware
Well,
of.
I mean, using gun obviously was a bad idea, so
I meant more of just Draven using his strength since he's strong boy, right? Yeah.
He is your ghoul, so he has enhanced physical strength.
Yeah. So he could have punched someone.
no punching. I'm just gonna. Draven, remind me
That's
not
my-
to kill these people because I owe a favor.
I'm not roleplaying it
Of
right
course,
now.
man.
And I'm just gonna. What do you mean? This has nothing to do with out of. This is just in. She's kind of just mad. She got shot at in the back. She's gonna just walk over to the one that James choked out.
But
James?
in the
No,
giant
James, not Jason. Oh, I don't remember. There's too many J's.
Jason.
Jason.
Jason. There you go.
Just think of Heavy Rain.
I don't know Heavy Rain.
Oh.
I quit. Alright, I'm done. That's the stream, everybody. I'm fucking tired.
No.
You know I don't know Heavy Rain.
Anyways, moving on. Okay, so as everyone that we're aware of is knocked out, I look over to you're alright, right?
Towards me or towards oil?
Oil.
Oil. Okay.
Oil.
She's gasping for breath a little bit, but she says, I'm fine. Everything's under control.
That's good. As I look back over to Dent, both of them knocked out.
Oh yeah. They ain't waking up for a while.
Good, because we need them all alive if we can at least get to interrogate them. As I look over to Luna. Luna, can you and I'm sorry, what's your name? As I look over at Draven.
It's Draven, and he makes a move towards you. You seem like you have this under control.
Well, for now, at least I need you and Luna to at least tie up these men so that we can interrogate them then. Because we need
Of
as much
course.
evidence as possible. Because if we can at least
That's
right.
prove...
Scratches his chin and says, I think I have some rope in the trunk.
If you
Ooh.
can... I'm not going to ask why you have rope. I'll keep that to... Anyways, just tie them up so that if we can wake them back up to interrogate them all. If we
Just
can at
gonna
least...
mumble under my breath. I'm gonna kill them if they keep thinking this is way sexual.
I mean, Dan just said, "Ooh, that's all."
As meanwhile, just Jason was just thinking, not gonna ask, not gonna tell. As I look at Luna, well, I trust you at least that we can tie up all the. Should we just call them lackeys? I look over at Dent.
I mean, I don't think they get paid enough to be anything besides lackey. So yeah, it's like 8 of them, 6 of them. I mean,
Mhm.
Valid
And
point.
they're all very impoverished looking men. You know, they're wearing torn clothes. They look like they've come from the streets. They're carrying guns that look very shiny and new, but everything else about them says that they are not well paid, not well taken care of.
Yeah, we'll call him like I'll go with the word henchman to make it a little bit more nicer than what just happened. As sigh and well, for now, let's keep going, Dent.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Now I may be good at picking people up and throwing them very violently, but I am terrible at seeing things. So if you, Oil, could be my eyes for the moment and tell me if you see anything, that would be a pleasure.
Of course. And she makes her way around the side of the wall to stand next to Jason.
Hmm.
Draven goes off to his car to fetch the rope. And Luna, what are you doing?
Uh, I don't. I don't know.
Hmm. Going to move to assist them or going to stay and help tie up all of the men who've been knocked out?
Uh, I guess tie them up since I was asked to.
Okay. Oh, Harvey, you're in the lead closest to the building. Would you like to try the door or scout around if there's anyone else around the perimeter?
I want to see if I can sense anyone.
Let me double check your sheet over here because you have animalism, sense the beast.
Hmm.
So you need to roll. You can just roll the discipline. And I'm going to make a roll of my own.
Okay. Uh.
So you just go
mm,
into the powers, do the little drop down menu, and then you can push the dice roll that's on the right side. There's no rouse check required.
Oh, I know. I was thinking if I wanted to blood buff my
Okay.
resolve. Nah. I mean, if I can't sense them, it's all right. There's like two other people that are actually really good at that.
Okay, but let me see here.
And,
2 successes? You sense a very faint presence somewhere from inside the building, and it does seem a little unnatural, but you can't tell anything more than that without getting closer.
all right. That's all I need to know is that the person I'm looking for might very well be in here.
Hmm.
Uh, I do relay to them as I'm standing here, kind of trying to sense the unnatural.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You
Oh, what?
apparently Blank didn't finish talking about. You could stop me.
Please.
You sure?
Well, you are currently next to the unconscious man, Blank, if you have anything you'd like to do with him.
I thought you had said that you didn't know what you wanted to do, so I was
Yeah.
come on by.
Yeah. Because you said you didn't know what you wanted to do.
Well, those of you who are next to the doorway, how will you proceed from here?
So I do relay that there is something in there that is very much not human, and I'm fairly certain it's our wonderful Nosferatu friend that I was mentioning earlier.
Oil tightens her grip on her blade and steps close to the door, waiting for both of you to decide what to do next.
Well, let's.
Well, I, for once, want to kind of go with your whole stealth approach. I don't think we should try the door.
I can agree with that, Dent. Luna, is there any way you can. And what can you do to at least help us out here? Looking back to Luna.
And I know you're a Nosferatu, but what's she?
Ah, give her a sec. She's gonna be right.
Five
Wow.
bathroom breaks later.
Hmm. We can take a short break while we resolve this. Also, I realized my music stopped a while ago.
Yeah, I switched over to Deadly Premonition music.
This YouTube doesn't want to keep playing things in the background anymore.
Because
Are
it
you
has
sure you're playing music? I don't know if you're playing music anymore. You gotta make sure. 'Cause if I don't know, then I can't play it.
If
You
it gets
too.
quiet, just remind me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we should do some type of turn order because a lot of people were getting interrupted.
Hmm. Fair enough.
Or
It's usually just kind of whoever's taking the initiative on the actions, but we could set up a turn order if you'd like.
I mean, I'm just
to-
saying because there's people being skipped or like apparently I interrupted Blank on what she was
Hmm.
doing, so I feel bad.
It's okay. Communication's important. If anyone has anything they'd like to cut in with, they're always free.
Well, it's still got at least I don't know,
Electric slide.
have a way to be able to see whose turn it is instead of randomly assume it's one's turn.
Oh,
No split. Oh no.
Don't die.
No die.
Because, like, through that whole thing, I was like, okay, when's my turn? Okay, when's my turn? Okay, when's my turn?
You don't get turn.
Apparently not, so I'm just gonna stand there and pout.
Like a wee
These
little
are
bop.
lies. You got turns.
I was talking about when I was throwing around people.
I know, but he still gets turns.
I'm
It's
sorry,
it's
Blaine.
it's a very, you gotta like, I don't know how to explain it. It's very, you just gotta know to like wait. I guess it's kind of hard to explain how it works when people step up and go first, but
But that's why I'm just
uh,
suggesting a type of turn order because
you
all of
don't
us
you
kind
don't
of
need a
interrupt each
turn
other.
order. It works. It's fine.
Alright. I don't know. I just don't want to interrupt people, so I usually pause or stop if someone's starting. So I'm not probably going to take the initiative until everyone said what they need to say. That's why
I'll
I was
make it
just,
very apparent that I'm done with whatever it is I'm doing.
okay. Because I'm probably just going to let people do their turn, and then I'll be like, is everyone done?
I mean, I can't call out to your name because that's terrible in a situation of high tension.
Well, I
Hey,
understand
your
that.
name
But
here.
be like, all right, out of character. Anyone else wants to do anything?
Okay.
That's every time I kept trying to say something out of character, they're like, oh, I mean, it's like assumed to be, oh, my character said, no, I didn't say that as my character, damn it.
I mean, sometimes you just got Detroit smash. I mean, if you want to, you can.
Okay, listen, I'm pretty proud that I was able to knock that guy out. Me, myself, and I versus my character being like, Detroit Smash! Meanwhile, my character's like, I'm just gonna knock him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but everything's fine with you outside of that blank. Okay, explain what you were trying to do.
No, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it, because I'm kind of need to go over my sheet.
Hmm.
So what are
Okay.
you trying to do now?
I don't know. Most of my stats are just an investigation.
I mean, you could technically study the bodies and if they're pocketing stuff.
Not pickpocketing, more of talking.
Investigation. I mean, you're not pickpocketing.
you
You're
can
just
still
taking stuff.
investigate, try to look around the scene, try to see if there's any clues that you can
Oh
spot.
no, I lied. It's not investigation. It's more of a persuasion thing.
Hmm.
Ah.
I mean, There.
Uh,
Well, hmm. You
you
could.
got to talk to people.
There is a door.
Talking
There
to
is people
people who are
inside.
unconscious is very hard.
But that's why I
Give
was
them hard
suggesting.
slap.
But that's why I'm suggesting.
I do not have brawl or strength.
Or
You have Draven.
You have Draven.
Draven.
Draven is strong boy. That's why I told him to tie people up so you can interrogate them, since you are good at that.
I can't get dag nabbit, Vince. I can't get League of Legends out of my head. Jeez.
Because it's easy.
Yes.
Because it's fucking easy.
Luna,
Yeah.
Draven is there to protect you. That is his top priority, but he'll always do anything that you tell him to do. He'll happily go into the line of fire to you and try and do his best to make sure you're safe.
It's a little too late. I did get shot in the back.
Yeah, unfortunately, you were pushing him forward as you were trying to get behind the wall, so he managed to get a shot at you, but he, this entire time has just been worrying over you and trying to make sure you're okay. And
I'm gonna. He tied him up.
yeah, by
I'm
this
gonna kick one of
time,
them in the face.
this one that you're standing next to.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
Even though
which
he's
one?
unconscious, you can
I'm gonna
see
kick
that
his
he
face
is.
This
awake.
one?
Oh, okay.
That one?
The high hills.
Yes.
I'm gonna change it to a different green. For the sakes of my sanity. That one. And then I'm gonna do
Who has sanity these days? In Sub-Zero.
One of these times, Vic, we need to go into experience some blood magic.
Yes. Well, you'll have more experience after this session for sure, and then maybe you'll be able to afford new levels. So. But for the time being, you are here. You've kicked awake this one remaining goon. The rest are tied up and deposited behind the wall.
Can I use mesmerize?
Mm-hmm. He sputters awake and goes, "What's happening? Oh, who are you?"
Not important. I'm a little pissed. I got shot in the back. So answer me this question. Why are you here?
We're just tired to be here. The boss, he pays us to watch this
Who?
place.
The boss.
I don't know. I haven't seen him. I just get the checks. I was brought over by Mickey. He told me that there's work here, so I came. I didn't think we'd have to actually like fight anybody. So far, it's been super quiet. I've been here for a couple of weeks. It's been good money.
Do you know what you're even protecting?
Not really. I don't know. Some old factory. Lights are on during the night. People occasionally come and go, but that's about it.
Driven, can you shoot him in the leg?
Draven draws his gun and shoots.
Wait. I point. I
No.
interject. I will interject. Fuck you. I'm being like,
Yes.
okay, aren't we trying to do stealth thing? As I wave my hand, like, kind of just trying to suggest you to stop and not make loud noises right in front of the fucking base.
Draven looks to you and looks back over to Luna and says he does have a point. His gun is still pointed at the man's leg, and the guard is just swearing and going, "Oh God, oh no, don't shoot me!"
I'm gonna grab my pocket knife and I'm just gonna cover his mouth and stab his leg.
As you stab into his leg, he
I covered
tries to
his mouth, so it's okay.
scream, but
Okay.
he is muffled by your hand pressed firmly over his mouth.
I sigh and just ruffle my hair. Thank you.
I
I appreciate it.
I need more details.
Oh, okay.
Who's this
Well,
Mickey guy that we can find?
Mickey, he's with me. I think he's knocked out. Oh God. I can tell you how to get into the building. I've got a
Wait,
key.
what happened to all the bodies?
They hit the
You
floor.
and Raven have tied them up and deposited them around the
Okay.
wall. They're all
Right
in
here.
a big pile right now.
Okay. Where is this key that you have?
He indicates toward his pocket but doesn't want to move at all. You know, your knife is still sticking out of his leg and he's whimpering and moaning.
I'm just gonna like move the little tip while I look for the key.
Every time the blade moves, he winces and he's trying to hold back from screaming again. But inside of his front pocket, you do find a small key with a little squeegee cord around it.
Is Jason still looking at me?
I'm watching, shaking my head
I'm
a
gonna
little
throw the key at you and say catch.
as I catch it. Can I just try to catch it without? Well, I'm just gonna catch
It's
it.
an easy action. You can just catch it.
Can't. As I catch it. Thank you. As I look around. Well, I doubt it's a smart thing to at least take it from the front since there's too much gunfire. I pass the key over to Dent. I'm at least do my own. Like, I'm at least gonna go on the left. You head to the right. If you find a door, sneak in and surprise our friends on the inside. Soccer guy. Oh, I think he's dead.
Banana split. Okay.
Did you hear
All
me?
right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I take the key and I motion to Oil to come follow me, and I hit around the right.
As I head
You
off
go
to the
around
left.
words. Okay.
All right. While we're at least like both heading our own directions, is there any sight on either mine and or Harvey's side that shows either other door, a back way, any way for us?
There are a couple more doors on each side, just like the
Here.
first one. You can't tell at a glance if they're locked or not, but you do
Uh,
see a couple of windows higher up on the building on your side, Jason, that are lit up.
Are there any
Okay.
alarms?
Can you point out which spots?
Mm,
Like where are they exactly in this building using this diagram?
it's right there.
Because the door was right here. Okay. Because I just need a general idea. I need guidance as I am terrible. Stabu.
Just still stabbing that guy.
I mean,
It's her way of getting back at getting shot at.
fair enough, but technically, wait, was that the same guy that shot you though? I
Doesn't
would.
matter. It doesn't matter. I still got shot at.
Fair enough. All right, so this is a door or is it a window or something like that?
It's a door. There are plenty of windows on the upper levels, but everything on the bottom floor is barred off.
All right, so I go to this door, and
Before he opens that door,
what?
I look to Oil and I ask her to look around and see if there's any kind of sensor or alarm that she can see from the inside, and I boost her up over my shoulders.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to make a roll for her because this will definitely fall under larceny, which unfortunately she's not very skilled at. Plus a wits.
Meanwhile, I was actually just trying to get ready to listen to the door to hear if there's
Oh,
anyone
no.
on the other
And
side.
she looks around, but says it looks clear.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna wait till I hear the clicking from the other side of the building,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna see if the door will just turn without me using this key.
As
The door handle does stick. You're not able to open it all the way and jiggles a little bit as you test the lock, so you will need to use the key.
Okay. So I'm just gonna wait.
And Luna, what are you and Draven doing?
the League of Draven.
I was just gonna ask you, how bad am I bleeding from getting shot in the back?
Not very, actually. The nice
He's
thing
a
about being a
vampire.
kindred is that your vitae is tied to your being, and you can control how it flows and moves. So even though you've been shot, the wound is not bleeding at all. You just have a large
giant hole in my
shot in your
jacket.
back. You can try to heal the superficial damage, though. You'll just need to make a rouse check for every point of damage that you have.
Okay, can I try to make one
Mhm.
rouse,
Mend up
right?
a little bit of. Yep, one rouse check. Mm. And you gain a hunger, these senses that you're calling on it. It is telling you you need to feed, you need to eat. There's a guy right here. Why don't you just drink him? Come on, do it. But you do manage to knit together a little bit of that superficial health damage. But now you are
Okay.
at 3 hunger.
You are
Um,
famished.
Blay, blay.
I'm gonna take a little nibble out of the guy.
And he's still conscious, so he tries to squirm, but as soon as you sink your fangs into his neck, he goes still, just letting you drink. And how much are you going to take?
How much does he have left on him?
He's been beaten up a little bit, but he is still mostly intact, so he has 5 points of blood within him. And you could take
Um,
2 without killing him, which would get you
I'm
back to
a,
your normal hunger level.
I'm gonna take 2,
Okay. Is
and after I bite him and I lick the wounds, I'm gonna whisper to him and tell him, let's just forget this happened.
going to cloud his memory.
Yes.
How far back would you like to cloud just the memory
How
of the
far
bite?
can I go?
About like 5-10 minutes. So you could make him forget the entire fight and think he just passed out at work.
And got stabbed.
Yep.
Ew.
He
Sure,
randomly
let's
tripped on
do
his
that.
own
He's
knife.
gonna wake up very confused.
But first I'm gonna take out the knife first, so no evidence, and I'm gonna erase his memory.
Okay. His eyes flutter and he opens them and he goes, What's happening? Oh god, my leg. Oh, what?
Oh my
Who are
god.
you?
I just found you like this. Are you okay?
He looks around. Where are the rest of the guys? Mickey, where? Oh god. Oh god, they abandoned me.
I'm gonna
Isn't he
just
tied up?
I'm gonna just apologize, and I'm gonna give Raven the look to knock him out.
Draven comes up behind him and just backhands him across the back of the head, and he goes straight back to unconsciousness.
Maybe he'll think it's a dream, and he just shrug.
Sorry. Okay.
Now that he has been dealt with, would you like to Raven to tie him up and move him with the rest?
Yes.
Okay.
With the rest of the rabble.
Yep, the
The Jedi.
last has been dealt with. Back in the pile with the others.
Felt good.
He was attacked by a homeless man.
Hey, I wasn't homeless.
A very aggressive homeless person with a knife.
Oh no.
A very well dressed homeless person.
Gosh. Well, as you are dealing with him, Jason, what move are you going to make?
Well, first, I'm gonna at least trigger my heightened senses and listen against
Okay.
the door
Mhm.
to hear if there's any footsteps close by or anyone. So if I do open this door, it would
Yeah.
either A, like have someone surprise me, or B, I'll be able to sneak in.
Listening at the door, you don't hear anyone walking around inside. It seems that most of the guards are on the exterior, and you can very faintly hear something from the upper levels, and you do smell that stench of decay with cologne masking it from somewhere up above.
Okay. Let me double check something. Did I put anything in? Yeah, I did. Fuck yeah! I put a point in larceny.
Yeah.
Can I technically pick luck?
If you'd like to try, give me a larceny plus dexterity.
Fuck Okay, here we go. Doing it with my long ass nail. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna at least picklock it though. And gonna do a blood buff. Yeah.
Your hunger grows as you invoke the beast.
Wait,
But
What?
give me that roll though.
That
he
+1.
he succeeded.
Rousing success.
Oh, succeeded. My mistake. I saw the 6 and I was like, oh, of course.
How dare you?
Yes, you do not gain hunger, but the beast does feel that you're invoking it.
Blake, you gotta
Mm,
say it. You can't just message it out.
Yeah.
These are not the people you were fighting.
No.
They smell a little like Denny's.
Oh my god.
But not enough Applebee's.
One success. You fiddle with the lock of it, but aren't able to break through. You can spend a willpower to try again.
Doing it!
All right. So make a slash through a willpower, and then
I did.
I'll re-roll 3 of those dice for you. And that's 2 successes. So 2, you manage to fiddle with the lock, and after a long moment, you're not sure if it's going to open or not, but it does eventually click, and the handle turns, and you're able to step inside.
What? Go ahead. Go ahead, Sarkis. Fine. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Well, first things first, I slowly open the door. Still with my heightened senses triggered. I quietly walk in, knowing that my ability.
Do I hear
Silence
that door
of death.
opening?
And you do hear the sound of the door opening from the other side, Harvey.
Wait, really?
Is there any
Just a
way-
faint creak. It's not very loud, but it does echo through the halls.
Can I, as I turn the key to open the door, can I try to be as quiet as I can with this door opening?
Of course, you could always roll me a stealth and dexterity to see if you open it as quietly as possible.
Wait, do I have to do that?
You can if you'd like to walk that back a step.
Yes. Can't do that.
So, has my buff already dissipated? Is it
No,
gone?
it lasts for the entire scene.
Okay.
Wait,
Alright.
so stealth plus what?
Stealth plus dexterity.
Wait, I put a blood buff on dexterity, right? Okay. So I have a +1 modifier, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2 successes for both of you. These doors are old and creaky, but you do still manage to open them fairly silently. Just a little creak as they swing open.
Yes, I'm in.
And both of you are now inside with Oil traveling right behind. And inside the building, things are quiet and still. There are no lights on that you can see anyone here. There are a couple of stairwells leading to the upper levels, a bunch of old factory equipment out on the ground, pressing machines, and looks like maybe this was some sort of a production line for little mechanical bits at one point, but it's been shut down for a long time. And Jason, with your heightened senses, the smell is much stronger now that you're inside the building.
Okay, where's the staircase exactly?
Very close to you. I'll draw it in, but it's just down the hall from where you are. You can see
Left
the
side, right
staircase leading.
side.
Right over there.
Okay, so since I came through here, all right. So, can I see Dent?
No, because I'll draw in some lines, but effectively the factory floor is out here, and there's kind of a hallway surrounding the main area with some doorways leading to the center.
Okay. Am I able to tell where the scent's coming from? Is it just coming up the stairs?
Up the stairs.
All right. Well, I proceed forward up the stairs quietly, making
Mm,
zero sound as I follow up the stairs, taking out my phone just
okay.
in case, using my left hand.
And Luna, how are you and Draven going to proceed?
Uh, um, we're just gonna walk around there, like around the building to make sure if anyone runs out.
Okay. Just going to keep watch from outside.
Just
Yeah.
going around a circle.
Okay. Would you like to split up or stick together?
Split up.
Okay. Post you over here, post him over there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dent, where are you making your way?
All right. I'm gonna. It's is it dark in here? Like really dark in here?
The first floor is pretty dark, but you can see your way around. There's some faint light coming in from the streetlights outside.
Okay. Um. Hmm. I look to Oil, and I say, what do you see?
Mhm. She looks around. Looks like nobody's been here in a long time. There are the guys outside, but it doesn't even look like they've come in. Maybe a little bit. She looks at the ground and there's heavy dust on the floor, maybe a couple of footsteps here or there, but mostly undisturbed.
Hmm. I'm gonna. I'm gonna look around and see if I can find any way up or down in this warehouse.
Hmm. There is a staircase not far from where you are. You can see it just at the end of the hallway.
Hmm. I'm gonna. I'm gonna take it as quietly
Hmm.
as I can.
Okay. As you make your way up, you see Jason up ahead, but you don't hear any sound of footsteps coming from him.
Sneaky.
As I'm trying to at least follow the scent using my heightened senses. Can I
There
hear Dent?
are.
My question.
You can from behind you. He is much less quiet than you are, unfortunately. And so
Okay.
you both hear both him and Oil coming up behind you.
As my eye like look over to the side, but I proceed forward, trying to follow the
Mm.
scent.
There are a number of offices on this floor, just small storage spaces, offices with desks, but all of them look pretty deserted. Down the hall, though, you can see one room with a little bit of light coming from underneath the door. And there is also a staircase that leads up to the roof where there's a structure on the surface.
All right. Where is the scent leading? Is it to the stairs leading up, or in the room that has the light?
Leading to the room with the lights at the end of the hall.
As I go to that door that has the lights.
Mm,
As
going
I
to.
okay.
Good.
I don't know, I was just gonna like look inside to see if there is anything I can see visibly.
Nothing visible, but there are lights on, and you can also see that there are a number of candles arranged on the floor. They're all flickering dimly. The fluorescent light above harshes the flames glow. And you see there are a number of books scattered around, chalk, and there are drawings on what looks like a chalkboard at the side of the office.
Okay. As where is Dent right now? Is he still following behind me?
Still in the staircase.
Okay.
Dent, what move are you making?
All right. So I'm just now seeing everything that Jason was seeing. Yeah.
You see him down at the end of the hall, and even you at this distance, can smell this overpowering, just pungent odor of decay, but also a strong cologne that masks some of it.
Okay. I give a finger towards Oil, and I just crouch down. and I try to approach there as quietly as possible.
Okay, so stealth plus dexterity, please. And you still have the modifier of 1.
Okay. Plus dexterity. That.
3 successes. You
Jeez.
quietly sneak your way over to stand beside Jason outside of the door to the office.
Okay.
And Oil follows you, trying her best to be sneaky as well.
Please, for the love of God, let us have the ability of surprise. God damn it.
One success. She is less stealthy than you, but she still makes her way mostly quietly over to stand behind.
I look back over to Dent as I give him a nod.
And I don't say anything, but I just nod as well towards the door, just readying myself for whatever's inside.
As I quickly open the door and head in.
As you are about to open the door, you hear the sound of crashing glass, and something inside is launched out into the open air.
What? I hurry out and look. Okay, what do I see?
In the office is just full of that stench from before, and one of the windows is just completely broken, shattered outward. And just as you enter in, you see a dark figure dropping out of sight. Luna, you said you were on the left side, or was that Draven?
That was Draven.
Draven. A shower of glass rains down on him, and a dark figure lands heavily beside him. And I'm going to make a willpower roll for him because he is very startled as this happens.
Okay.
The 2 successes. He manages to keep his composure and he starts reaching for his gun. But let's see here. That's going to be a 4. Oops, those are D12s again.
And then it kills.
Oh no! Let's see. So 2 successes and 3.
Wait, so he jumped out to the left?
Jumped out of this window above the door right there
This one.
and landed right next to Draven.
This one?
Yeah. And right out here.
So you see that going, and I heard that as well.
Mhm.
It's
I-
glass breaking, yeah.
I try to
And-
fling myself out that window as fast as I can.
All right.
I jump out the fucking window too because I'm not letting this son of a bitch run. We're
Yeah, I
jumping.
want to know
jumping.
what happens
Both
to
of
Draven.
you. I need both of you to make athletics plus dexterity rolls. But meanwhile, Draven, who is unprepared, he starts reaching for his gun, but the dark figure that landed abruptly right next to him punches him across the face, and
Wait,
he
plus what?
stumbles backward.
Plus what?
You still have your blood buff up, so +1.
Of Dex?
Mhm.
Oh, see. I was trying to ask
Just-
for.
Can I run around and try to
Yeah,
Lower.
you hear as soon as this glass shatters.
I
And
rush
What the fuck?
medical vest?
would you like to use a willpower?
Yes.
Okay, so make a slash.
Wait, how do I renew
And-
willpower?
You get willpower back at the start of the next session if you've been working towards your goals and things. So, and let's see here. So that is 1 additional success. So 1. You jump out of the window and you come to a hard landing on the ground and you stumble a bit as you brace for impact.
Is there a way to tuck and roll?
No, unfortunately, because
Fuck.
you only had 1 success, so you come to a stumbling stop on the ground.
Okay, so this is just me running on my adrenaline as I just jump out the window with Harvey.
Yep.
Oh my god. Dynamic
Meanwhile,
duo
Dent,
action jump.
Dent, who is jumping right beside you, comes to a hard landing as well, and he manages to keep his footing. So, Dent, you are now looking at this dark figure who has just punched a raven. He's staggered back.
Shit.
Oh, jeez.
And you also see Jason, who landed next to you a little unsteadily, kind of trying to catch his balance. Up above, Oil is at the window watching both of you below, but she cannot make the same jump that you can.
Yeah,
As...
just. Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. I was just gonna say that I just very quickly look to Oil, and it's just this very serious look that I kind of give her whenever I want her to shoot something.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna at least mark the jerk off. That's the bad guy as red.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I land down there and I look at him, does he look like what Tony was describing?
He is a bit of a misshapen figure. He is a little bit squat and he's wearing dark clothes and he has a mask on his face. It's made of some kind of metal, maybe brass, and it's gleaming in the darkness. But underneath it, you can see decayed skin,
Question:
and he is completely hairless. Yes? Question?
Does Draven receive any physical damage with that?
He received a punch of, let me see here, 4. So he does take a little superficial damage off of that. Well, I don't have a sheet for this character, but he
Yeah, we
is
haven't
using
done it yet.
potence.
Well,
No,
you
no, I
better...
mean for Greg, who is, of course, the Nosferatu that you have all been seeking.
Well, at
Yeah.
least for now, I'm gonna at least be like...
Yeah. He does possess potence, and so he's able to do some aggravated damage to Draven.
Bitch smacked. Ah! Well, let's just keep it as a side note that he got smacked.
Yes.
But still, whenever like I'm like staggering, Dent's right beside me, just being a badass, and it's just like me being really upset right now, being like. In my head, back of my head, like we jumped together is pretty cool, but at the same time, it was like, God damn it!
I do the Batman land, and you just tumble out, and just like, yes! Oh no!
Ah, my knees, they hurt after that. Ah. But anyways, no, serious. Anyways, so it's like, so I finally like face him, and
And you've given Oil the look to fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to make a roll for that.
yeah, well, I'm facing this Nosferatu,
Hmm.
and I call out, "Why are you trying to attack my sire?"
As you're shouting this, a bullet slams into the pavement next to you.
Gosh.
God.
I look down and then I look like I look at Dent and I give him that. What the fuck, Dent?
And I just have my hand over my face, and I'm just it's just I just shake it. I just shake my head, just like, you know what, that was a warning shot, Greg. All right, now stay put, or this time I'll tell her to just shoot you straight in the face. I swear I will.
My claw is just straight at like ready at the ready. I'm like, why are you attacking me and my sire? Answer me.
You and your sire, your small fry, burning down your house was so easy. Didn't even see it coming.
As I get really mad.
Val, that'll be cool. Just like, Greg, baby, come on, don't be this way. All right, we came here on a visit. It's been really nice. Your wonderful man servants. They were great folks. But I really need to understand, what you're doing. I need you to give me something, anything.
I grit my teeth at the ready. You better give him a proper answer.
In lieu of answering you, he attempts to punch you with potence.
Wait, who?
Me?
Yeah, you, Dent.
I'm gonna try and dodge that. Is
So we got
that
7 dice.
Wait,
He has 4 successes,
can I?
and you need to make a athletics plus dexterity. And you, Jason?
Oh fuck! You know what's happening next. I'm going for a motherfucking stab at this bitch.
Ooh, Dent, would you like to reroll that?
yeah?
Okay. So 1 willpower.
You know what?
Take that
And
off.
Actually, let me mulligan that. I actually just get mad, and I saw that, trying to get slugged at as I go
okay.
up, and then I just I just ready up a punch, and I just go for a right swing.
Yeah. So Dent, you have 4 successes now.
All right.
So you manage to dodge out of the way as his potent, empowered punch sails past your face. You can tell that if it had connected, you would have taken some serious damage.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna punch this bastard. So brawl
All
plus
right.
strength.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and I just use my right hand, and I just go for a full blown swing with all of my force.
Mm.
And then I use. Nope. I'm gonna also use my rouse blood buff.
Okay. You gain hunger as you call upon the beast.
As I didn't
And
give a damn because he attacked my sire. He attacked me. He destroyed my home. Fuck it.
mm,
Wait,
Yeah, you tried to punch me in the face.
how many times can I do blood buff?
just once per action.
Damn
So
it. I was gonna try to be going plus ultra, but whatever. Anyways, I swing and I use that, and I go for a full on just punch at his face, at his dumb stupid face.
2 successes. He is distracted though, punching at Dent, so his roll is reduced. Let's see, that was on the 5 dice, so 4 successes, but I'm gonna have that since his focus is split. And so you do manage to punch him, and he flinches away as he is being pulled in the other direction by his own punch.
Yeah.
So no
Well,
damage taken.
what? There should have been momentum since he was swinging.
Well, he was moving away from you as you punched at him, and your own punch didn't quite connect, so
We had a
Garbage.
just
triangle of
glanced off
dodge.
of him.
Bunch of
It's like
garbage.
a bunch of garbage. But as soon as he punches, like throws a punch at me, I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and grab his arm and break it.
Okay, so a brawl plus strength to grapple him,
All right.
and I'll need to make
Because it was like right
I'm gonna
a
reroll
one
swing.
that.
success. Okay, 1 more point to full power.
I'm gonna go for my left claw then. It's not a
Oh, and
punch.
Dent, when you do a willpower, you get to reroll 3 dice. It's not a complete reroll, so I'll take care of that for you.
Okay.
So we'll reroll the 3 worst dice from the first one. And let's see. 3d10. So that is 3 successes. So that makes that 4. So you successfully grapple him, grab onto his arm as his fist sails past you. And now that you have him, what are you going to attempt to do?
So I'm 100% just gonna try and break his arm. Just gonna try and shift it out of place.
Okay. And for a moment, I'm going to check in on you, Luna. You've come around the corner and you see this tussle going on. Is there anything you'd like to do to try to interject? You see Draven laying with his back against the wall, trying to recover from this big punch he's taken.
Like, how much damage did he receive?
He took 4 aggravated damage there, so he is very, very hurt. Like, he's probably got a broken rib.
Ooh.
Oh.
What is he, a train?
He's a powerful Nosferatu, and I'm under the assumption we just pissed off someone that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, and now we're gonna.
But
have
I
nothing.
fucking don't care. This bastard needs to get a stab. Me stabbing him. I'm gonna stab him next.
okay.
That's my
Okay,
next action
yeah,
whenever it's my turn.
All right, I kind of, I guessed, but I was like, maybe not. Okay,
Yeah,
just
because
making sure.
I'm using the momentum of my body first from my right, and I'm just gonna twist again with my left whenever it's my turn. But is Luna's turn? Sorry.
Mm.
Well, Luna?
Do I talk now?
Yes.
Sorry.
Uh, um. No, I'm gonna just, run past them
They are all
and
very
just go pick
distracted.
up Draven and try to pull him safely away.
He's coughing as you approach, and he goes, I, what hit me? Luna, I tried to keep a lookout like you said.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's get you away from here.
Oh, okay. And he leans heavily on you as you move away. He is bleeding a little bit, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain.
I don't. You can't heal your goals, or can you?
The ghoul, thanks to your vitae, can heal, but it's going to be he has to make 3 rouse checks in order to heal 1 aggravated damage, and he's taken several points now. So even
It'd have to be with mine, or it would have to be with his.
with his, so he can heal himself, but it's going to take some of your blood to keep him energized, and it's going to be a slow process. He's not going to be in fighting condition again in any
am I
short
gonna,
order.
am I gonna take damage?
You
Oh,
can give him a little of your vitae, and you'd have to do a rouse check, but that would let
okay.
him
I'll
make
give
a
him a
attempt to
bit
heal
of
himself.
mine.
Okay, so make a rouse check, and then I'm going to do a couple for him to see if he succeeds at healing.
I got a hunger gain.
Hunger gain. Okay, as you feed him your blood, you feel the beast growing more hungry. Part of yourself is being drained away by your ghoul, and after a moment, you shake him off. Draven, let's see, I'm just going to do the
Good
10.
thing I got a little high boy coming in.
Yep.
So
Mm.
am I currently at 3, by the way?
Let's double check your sheet because I think you are.
Okay, because it shows 2.
I don't know if I increased it every time.
Because that one should have been 3rd technically. Wait, let me double check.
I can roll back through the log really quick. But Draven does mend up a little bit. He mm, sighs a little bit as some of his pain is eased, but he is still very badly hurt. Let's see, hunger gain. Hunger.
Hunger Game.
Oh,
So
Is
far, I'm seeing 1 for you.
how many times did you try to
2.
blood buff yourself?
Several times, but I'm seeing 2 for this session, so you should be at 3.
Number 3.
number 3.
Okay.
Right.
I'm sorry, Blake.
Okay, so I added a second hunger.
Yes. What?
Cha-la.
Hey, chala.
Got you down as 2 hunger now.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, also, sorry to interrupt. What time do you need to go to bed, Blink?
Like an hour ago.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Well, we are close to wrapping up this scene, and we can put it on pause till next time after this little fight is concluded. And then we can deal with the fallout of the situation. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. And just since you've been on the sidelines here, Luna, you've attended to Draven. Is there any other action you'd like to take for this area?
I don't think I could attempt to mesmerize. They're all trying to punch him.
They're in a
So
big punching match right now, so it'd be really tough.
I'm just gonna stay by Draven and make sure he's
Okay.
okay.
All right. And he's really grateful to have you there. He's hanging on to your hand really tight and just breathing really shallowly as he holds his side.
I will fuck him eventually.
Oh my
God
goodness.
damn it. Meanwhile, me and Tucker are being like Goku and Vegeta versus some kind of movie villain.
Oh my gosh, we are though.
It's cool
wait.
though.
Is Oil Yamcha? No!
No, oil's
No, she's just been.
Krillin.
Oh, Krillin. There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no.
Much better. Much better.
Don't worry, the one that's Yamcha's Draven.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up. I hope you die.
um, can I try and break his arm now?
Yes, you can. So a strength plus brawl, please.
All right. I will try and break his arm. Hi, arm.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, I need to make a roll for him, but that's probably bad for him. Let's see. He's got 5.
Go in for this.
He gets 1 success. You snap his arm like a twig. It bends backward at
Wait,
the joint. and
Which arm did he swing with? Left or right?
He swung with his right arm
Oh, good.
straight at Den's face, but then it's grabbed and broken.
Then
And he screams out into the night. Oh, my arm! Ah.
Shouldn't have threw that punch.
Yeah.
As I'm just angry and I'm like, look forward to losing your left.
Oh,
Oh
Oh.
my gosh.
I'm just gonna hold that arm and just bend it to make the pain.
Oh no. Gosh. And from you breaking his arm with that super success you got there, he failed by 6. So that is 5 superficial damage and 1 aggravated damage on him. He got really hurt by that.
Good.
Cutting off that left arm.
Oh. I just look up to Oil and I'm just like, I need you to get down here now.
She immediately bolts from the window and starts running towards the stairway.
Meanwhile, tis my turn.
Go for it.
Good. What do I do with claws? Is this still brawl if I'm using claws to cut?
Let's
Like
review your.
butter. Oh wait.
Because like your claws are just kind of part of your normal brawl
Yeah.
roll, so you
Damn.
could always do a brawl plus strength, which you do have blood buffed right now.
Is this true? But I'm trying to expect it to cut. I would cut the fuck out of it.
Oh, jeez.
You might have sharp fingernails, but I don't know if you're going to be able to cut vampiric flesh that easily. So.
I believe. I believe.
Oh.
You have 1 point of willpower left, so you could re-roll it, but
Fucking
that
doing
would be
it.
risky. All right.
It's-
And your willpower is now exhausted, so until you take time to recover, you're going to be unable to resist any kind of effects to your willpower.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm re-rolling it, right?
That'll reroll 3. I'll drop those for you.
Okay.
That is 1 success, so 2 total. You cut at him and manage to slash through the skin of his arm and flesh parts, but it does not bleed. He takes 2 points of superficial damage.
Fuck yeah. I don't care if it didn't do much. I still did something. As I'm just swiping my like claws in the air.
As you cut through his arm, he's still howling in pain from his arm, but he says, okay, stop, just stop it.
I'm just holding his arm. Listen, I don't want to be the bad guy, but you're giving me a lot of negative to give me some answers instead. Or I'm gonna let my friend here will continue on your face.
And Sucker, you're cutting out a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
1 second. I'm right back. Okay, is it good? Do we see the sea by the seashore and all of the seashells?
Yes, we do. Many seashells. But
Wonderful.
he looks to you and he's like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll talk. Just no more, okay? God, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to fix. But what do you guys want? You bust into my haven, you come up there and have to try and escape, and then big Galoof over there. God, this is just a mess.
That's I'm gritting my teeth and just really ticked off. Then why did you destroy my haven? I need answers.
Look, I just did what I was told to do, okay? Your sire, he was too bold. He was putting himself out there. You know that mm, things are dangerous these days. We can't operate the way we used to. My damn arm. I. We have to stay hidden more now than ever. We we have to be so careful, and he was just being reckless.
I just say fuck it and take off my hood. It's not him, it's me, as I just reveal I'm a caitiff.
Oh,
Mm.
see, I knew you were gorgeous behind that hood. Come on now.
As I just reveal, I'm the one accountable, not him.
Oh, it's you. he says, I've heard about you. I knew that author had a child, but
I don't know what
this
that
is
even
funny.
is. Vic, quick synopsis on what a caitiff is. Go.
Caitiff. Oh my goodness. A caitiff is a child of a vampire who does not have the same boons or flaws that their parent clan has. They don't suffer from the same bane. And so, in the instance of a Nosferatu, they don't possess the disfiguring, looks that everyone in their clan has. In Jason's case, he looks exactly the same as he did in life. And as a result of this, they are outcast. They are considered to be lesser vampires. They are
Outcast.
seen as, a potential portent of the end times. This some are even clanless. They have no affiliation with any clan, sired by other clanless members. But his sire did keep him and trained him as a Nosferatu. And so to someone who doesn't know, this would make no difference, but to the elders, this is a big deal.
Okay.
People who care about status and class and prophecies.
So the prim and proper hate him, but everybody else is like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Eh,
he looks normal. Sure,
pretty,
why not?
pretty much. It's just, other people judgment.
But
It's like
Greg,
discrimination.
though, he finds this very funny. So you're the one that is a dirty secret he's been keeping.
As I go, as I put my sharp nails against his neck. Yeah, but I need to know who sent you.
Look, there's this guy, right, from the government. It sounds ridiculous, but he and his team came into my haven not long ago with these high-powered rifles. They killed my ghoul, shot him, and he burst into flame as soon as the bullet touched his flesh, and I watched him die right there. They told me that I could cooperate or have the same fate as him. And what they wanted was easy. Just give them information, let them know who the power players are, let them know if anyone was being overt and exposing themselves. And so I did. Been doing it for months now, and it's kept me alive. I don't like it, but mm, who am I to complain?
You sold out.
Yeah. And save my skin. What of it?
You you gave out this information to mortals?
Well, not just any mortals. I respect the Masquerade as much as anybody else, but these guys, these government spooks, they came through, and you wouldn't believe the kind of stuff they had. They knew all about us. They knew about the Masquerade. They seemed like they knew everything already. I was just trying to stay alive, as it is.
I twist his arm further. You know, there's repercussions for what you've done. Very,
Plenty.
very serious repercussions for what you've done. Not just burning his home and ratting him out. But, well, the masquerade must be kept. You understand this, right?
Yeah. Mm, we'll see how long that lasts. Everyone texting each other about vampire affairs, taking photos of their fangs and posting it online. God, it's only a matter of time before the whole world knows. This can't keep up forever.
I mean, as long as people keep believing in these make believe vampires, and we continue to feed them. What was that? What was that movie? It's like a vampire and he sparkles. I don't know. I don't remember it. Maybe one of you do.
Yes. I look over Twilight.
Yeah, yeah, that one. As long as people keep believing in their Twilight, it's
Sparkly
fine.
vampires.
But what you've done, that's a different thing altogether. Because now you're talking about people that are shooting guns that make us explode into dust.
And that's bad. You sold everyone, not just any kind. Everyone. Even if
Ah,
my sire has made mistakes, nothing necessarily 100% guaranteed, but it is my fault. I accept that. But you destroyed his home, that he accepted me. I know my kind. I know my kind is not usually accepted by our sire. That usually were accepted by other caitiffs. He gave me this choice. Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry.
Go for it.
Well, while they're all talking to him, I'm gonna call up Fame and just let him hear this whole conversation go on.
mm, just have your phone running. You
Yeah,
can hear him talking on the other end as you're holding it out, but he goes quiet as soon as he starts listening to the conversation.
Okay. So,
that is all. Carry on.
thank you. So, you endanger our kind, our basically our existence. And I understand your intentions of self security, but this is more than I would expect.
Well, what are you gonna do about it? He tries to pull away from you, but as soon as he does, he flinches and stops trying.
Yeah, I have a firm grip on his arm, and anytime he moves, I just start bending it backwards.
Yeah.
Um, well,
Mm.
it's simple. You're coming with us.
That.
You have people to answer to.
Mm hmm. But, first things first, I take out my phone. I put it on speakerphone and I call Zane.
He answers after a couple of rings. Oh, hey, this is Jason's number, right? How are you doing? Is everything okay?
It's completed, but something more. As I turn the phone real quick, take a picture of Greg. Actually, wait. In this universe, it's possible to take a photo, right?
Of course.
Okay, so I take a photo and I try to send it to the phone that's currently being used. Greg sold us
Mm,
out. He broke the masquerade.
mm. Zane says, oh dear. Well, you'd better bring him over. Not to the club, though. I have a more discreet location you can deposit him. And this is happening, Greg just laughs to himself. See, this is what I mean. You don't think they're listening in on all these conversations.
Mm,
I make
I
sure. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
look to you, and I'm just like you. I just have like this hand against my throat. And I'm just trying to basically tell you to just drop the line for now.
I nod and I just end the call as I just smash it against the ground.
Greg, I'm so glad that you're so sufficient when it comes to surviving that you'll rat out just about anyone to save your own skin. Hey, that's what some folks just have to do sometimes, but gotta be just a little bit smarter than to think that this won't all just double back on you. Come on now. If they could find you so easily before, what's stopping them from doing it again?
Hmm. Well, I'm pretty good at hiding, usually. They caught me off guard the first time.
I motion to the four of us just here. Yeah, no, your way of hiding is awful. I'm gonna be blunt about it. And unfortunately for you, you've been making far too many waves to be careful and quiet. And now, well, I think it's better if we just have the finalization of this conversation at the club.
Fine. As long as I come out of this with my neck.
As
Hey, oh, what are you doing?
oh no, as I pointed out, he actually gave a new location. I try to check out my phone if he sent
hmm
any.
Texted you an address. It's somewhere on the outskirts of town. Quiet little area, a bunch of warehouses and things.
As I quietly show Dent at least the address.
Mm. Oh, okay. All right. Greg, it will be my pleasure to take you on this wonderful journey to a place you've probably never been before. It's going to be an experience for all of us. Come on.
Oh
And I just pull him
boy.
by his arm.
Oh god,
I'm
take it
gonna,
easy.
I'm gonna quickly hang up the phone and
Okay.
just stuff in my pocket.
hmm
Did either of us see her phone at that
I'm
time, or was it
behind the
not?
wall, so
She's just around the corner, and you were all very focused on Greg. So as you begin marching your way over with him, she is on the other side of the wall, putting something into her satchel.
I sigh,
It is.
ignoring my hood's like actually undone, revealing I'm a caitiff to even Luna. Da da da.
wow,
Thanks for
you are bald and disgusting.
what?
I thought he was bald and disgusting, like,
Yes.
normal Nosferatu.
Oh.
Okay, first
Oh.
that's a little
There's so much
racism.
prejudice in that. Come on now.
That's very ignorant of you.
Look at him. He looks wonderful. Come on, just look at his face. Look at that.
I sigh and put my hood
I
over.
mean, he
All
looks
right,
fine now, but
can we focus on dragging the bad guy here as I jab the guy
I'm
with my
waiting.
claw?
I'm waiting on Oil to come out before I
And
say
she
something.
is right behind you. She was watching from the doorway as you interrogated him, but she moves in to help carry him as you move him away.
Okay. It's all going to be totally fine for you, Greg. Don't even worry. Wait. Hmm. There's a problem in this. Are we going to use my car or are we going to use yours as I look over to Luna?
uh,
You have a lot of room in that car. I've seen that car. It's pretty nice. By the
I
way,
do.
is
But someone's gonna have to drive because Draven can't.
Oil is very good at driving.
I know how to drive. As I
Are
raise my
you?
hand.
Dent
You
my
do?
car and I will sue you.
I
Hey,
mean, let me just point
that's
out
my name, and I take offense to that.
as I point out, Nosferatu normally doesn't bathe for a while. So as I point at him, point at the Nosferatu.
Oh god, throw him in the
And it
trunk. I don't want
is
him
true
stinking.
now that all of you are next to him. You've been ignoring it so far because you were so engaged with the battle, but he smells awful. He was wearing this very cheap cologne, very strong to try and mask the
Ooh.
smell, but it
That
does no
reminds me, I
good.
gotta turn off my heightened senses.
Yes, Jason, you and Luna are both just reeling from the smell. Oh god.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna, I'm gonna turn off my heightened senses and like pull out some perfume and just
Mhm.
spray him.
I
Just in the eyes.
It just like it's just like a normal neutral like
Mm,
grassy smell, like herbs.
yeah,
but you still get him in the eyes. He's
right
like,
into his
Gross.
eyeballs.
ah!
Yeah, right into his eyeballs. I'm like, your
Oh,
stench
oh.
disgusting.
You bitch! Ah! Ugh.
Mm.
Meanwhile, it's just like, well, for now we have a location. Does anyone here need to feed? Yes. I think we have a full plate of people that we can get a quick drink.
There are many thugs tied up just around the wall if any of you would like to slake your hunger.
I think I'm good.
Um,
You're
I'm
good,
fine.
Jason, you're at
I have a treat
3.
later.
That's true. You have something coming for you. And
I
you're
take
only at
advantage of it.
2. All right. Jason ducks around the corner, selects the one of his choice, and sinks his fangs in. And how deeply are you going to drink? Just enough
Uh,
to get back that 2 hunger that you've gained?
I thought it was
So
3.
you could 2.
Oh, right, 2.
You're at 3 hunger, and remember, in order to remove the last hunger, you have to drink the last drop.
I'll at
You could
least
drain him dry.
I'll at least drink enough to satisfy it, so I only have 1 hunger.
Okay. He stirs but remains unconscious as you drink from him, and when you stand up, you are feeling very satisfied.
Well,
On a
my
scale
natural
of
feeling of
1 to
melancholy.
Melancholy.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
I
like
know that word.
yee. Do you?
Swan. No. Um. So on a scale of 1 to
Chris compels
1
you.
to 10, between the blood on your shoe and now the gross body in your car, which is worse? I'm just trying to gauge this here.
Well,
Because we can just use mine if you really don't want that in your car. Because I know how much you love
I
it. And I just looked
really
at
don't
Draven.
want that in my car. I don't want two messes and nice things.
Mm,
I just
Graves
looked down at my shoe and there's just
bristles
a
at
little
this. Hey,
trace.
I take offense to that.
Just spray
Yeah.
him again in the eyes.
Oh God, stop.
it fucking hurts. What are up with these chemicals? What is wrong with you? Also, melancholy
Hey,
means
these are herbs.
gosh darn it. A pensive sadness, typically with no obvious cause.
Ah.
So basically, whenever I drank his blood, I felt a little bit pensive sadness with no obvious cause. As I feel better and
Phlegmatic?
return to the group. What?
What's phlegmatic?
Phlegmatic is the feeling in a blood of someone who's investigative, someone who's curious about the world, someone looking for answers, or someone who is like involved in something greater. They're, in like a cult or a religion seeking
Okay,
guidance.
yeah, I gotcha.
Phlegmatic. I look towards Draven. Is he gonna be all right? Does he need to go in the car as well?
Oh,
Or you
I'm,
got
I'm
someone
gonna be
else?
fine. I'll be okay. I just need some bed rest. And he winces as he holds his side. Ugh, yeah.
I might just like lift him up. I'm like, I can
Yeah.
always get Raven to take you home so you can rest.
I walk back over.
I'll be okay.
Okay. Well, I guess we're all gonna have a fun little ride in my sweet, sweet vehicle.
Hmm.
I'm gonna need some of that, whatever that perfume stuff is, by the end of this, because I don't want his stink in my car.
I'm gonna just hand you the bottle. I'm like, I understand.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna actually charge him. Sorry, no. Never mind. That's later. Never mind. By the way, here's the bill. You fucking...
That'll come in the mail later.
Hand now, mail, bill later.
As I just walk back up, just wiping my lips and put my hood over my head. Well, for now, let's all head to the location where we need to go to next. I take a new phone to check the time.
And it's
Are
about
you
3
like made of
a.m.
phones?
What?
Yeah, 17 left.
Are you made of phones?
No, I'm
That's
literally
what
carrying
I
a book
asked.
bag filled with phones.
He's totally made of phones.
I'm not made of phones. My backpack's filled with phones.
Whatever you say, phone guy. Let's go.
Oh dear.
It's
But
what time?
it's about 3 a.m., so still several hours till sunrise.
Okay.
As I look
And
at it.
so all of you make your way toward the cars, and we will resume here next time because this will be the end of our session for now.
because I have work at 8:30.
Yup.
Oh dear. Well, you need to get to sleep then.
Go to sleep, but still,
Nip
thank you.
on
Boy.
now.
Thank you for being here, though,
And
and I hope you all had a
apologize.
good time. And
Yeah, I got to spray Nosferatu in the eyes several times and stab someone in the
and
leg.
and I'll continue endeavoring to make the story more engaging for everybody, because I want to make sure
Also,
everyone gets a turn.
and also to work
But
on the sheet for
Draven.
Draven
yep.
I need to make
and
one for
Raven.
Draven
Mhm.
and Raven.
Mhm.
And we gotta work on fame.
Yep.
Yeah, and I got
So
nothing.
whenever you have time, we can go over those. But for now, that will be all. The end of part 1 of chapter 2, from the shadows.
I have a question.
Mhm.
If like I know it's not I know I'm not gonna heal now, but like if like the day passed and
Mhm.
the piercing damage I get, does that restore after a day
So
has gone
every
by?
time we start a new session, you'll get the chance to heal up any wounds that you have. You can try to heal all of your superficial wounds. That's just you have to do a rouse check for each, and for
Okay.
aggravated wounds, you have to do 3 rouse checks to succeed at healing it.
Okay.
And Draven, since he's a ghoul, he'll have, his normal human healing, but he can also use the vitae that you've given him to accelerate it. So he can make those same rouse checks to try and heal his aggravated damage.
Draven, the only one out of the two of us who was considered useful, gets punched and got extreme damage.
He really got
He
just a cheap hit and got slammed into a wall.
he got hit with the Batman. Oh no, Draven got hit as like as a henchman in the Batman animated series. Like Batman theme song. This is like, what are you? Where are you? Right here. Oh!
Oh my goodness.
But yeah.
I mean, it was interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed manhandling almost 8 people.
Yeah.
I enjoyed our Dragon Ball Z combination fistfight with one vampire.
It was very back and forth for a while till Harvey grabbed his arm and just broke it.
Just snap.
Yeah.
Oh, that will be all for tonight, though. So tune in next time, whenever that happens to be. Maybe next Friday. We're not sure.
Wait, now I gotta get that song.
Oh my goodness. Also, Vic, did
Mhm.
that did that fulfill my desire or nah?
I've yet.
Let me double check. I'll go over all of this with you in the next couple of days. But yeah, I definitely say so. So you will
Yay.
all get your superficial willpower damage back next time. But
You know what?
for now,
I feel like that was an achievement, though.
yeah.
Good job.
All right.
Friendship goals.
And now we can call it a night so Blaine can go to bed.
Okay.
Oh!
And Zero says night night, everyone.
Night,
Good
Zero.
night.
Good night. And good night, stream. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.